factionalism because the next person also thinks that he's quite the important person. So you need, as in Rajasthan, a person that unites all factions and gets on with actual implementation. So he's got to be a good administrator. He's got to get on with all sides, the chief ministers of the other states, in the NCR in particular, and of course with the central government. So an innocuous new person without a history of factionalism in particular will be, I think, the choice. Also, this caste equation business, if you go with the Purvanchalis, the Jats get upset. The Jats have done a lot of voting for the BJP this time. You go with the Jats, the Purvanchalis get upset. So even if you do employ the caste magic and judging from the observers, one is Purvanchali, one is a Jat, they may pick someone, but this person will not be a very prominent person. It will be an unknown who will then get on with all sides and
की तैयारी है। जीत का उत्साह और जीत की उमंग है और आज विधायक दल की बैठक अंदर होने जा रही है। सभी नवनिर्वाचित पार्टी के विधायक अभी अंदर पहुंचेंगे, सांसदगण पहुंचेंगे। सभी की बधाई और शुभकामनाएं हैं और आपदा से मुक्ति मिलने के बाद अब जीत का उत्साह और जीत की उमंग और विकसित भारत की विकसित दिल्ली, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में जो चुनाव लड़ा गया, ऐतिहासिक जीत हुई है। ये दिल्ली की जनता की जीत है, ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं की जीत और विधायक दल की बैठक आज उसकी बुलाई गई।
All right, that was Kuljit Chahal there speaking of the NDMC. Kuljit Chahal also, of course, senior leader from Delhi, speaking on the legislative party meeting that will be beginning very, very soon. Let me go across to Mehndi Garg, who's still with us. Mehndi, the observers have arrived there. We just saw a visual of them a short while back. Ravi Shankar Prasad and OP Dhankar have been appointed for Delhi as observers of the party. Also, we just saw Kuldeep Singh Chahal and other senior leaders also begin to arrive there at the party headquarters.
Well, yes, Uday, right now, the legislative party meet is scheduled for 7 p.m. and all the senior leaders have started to arrive and, MLAs have also started to arrive right now. But the most important people, we can say, for this meeting, the observers which have been appointed by the BJP, Ravi Shankar Prasad and OP Dhankar has also arrived at the party office. And now the wait will be over in some time. But still, some of the MLAs are still, we can say, are yet to come right now at the party office. But yes, some of the senior leaders, whether we talk about Kuljit Chahal, President Virendra Sachdeva or Jai Panda, these leaders have also reached the BJP office, and in some time at around 7 p.m. the legislative meet will start, and in that meeting the big decision and the big discussions will take place, that who will be the Chief Minister of Delhi. And tomorrow will be the big day and big event because the swearing-in ceremony will be happening tomorrow at the Ramlila Maidan at 12 p.m. So yes, the celebrations at the BJP party office right now is also very high and people are very much excited and we can say enthusiastic for the swearing-in ceremony tomorrow. But the highlight of today's is the legislative party meet where all the newly appointed MLAs will come. The observers will have a thorough discussion with them to understand their point of views as well. But Uday, the most important thing that we are getting to right now, according to the sources, that there is a possibility that the CM will be from the Bania community, and in that case, then four names into consideration right now: Jitendra Mahajan, Ajay Mahavar, Rekha Gupta and Vijendra Gupta. We are showing you the visuals as well. The leaders have set to arrive at the party office right now, and in some time the legislative party meet will also start to happen. So these are the visuals where you can see the cars that are going inside the party office, and the leaders have started to arrive for the big meeting that is set to happen at 7 p.m. today. So these are the visuals that we are showing our viewers from the party office, and the excitement as well, because all the MLAs have started to reach the BJP party office, and we
घंटे के अंदर आपको मिलने वाला है।
राणा जी आप भी सीएम हो सकते हैं, कोई भी बन सकता है कार्यकर्ता तो।
सर हम अपना काम कर रहे हैं। मोदी जी ने जो चुनना था वो अगले घंटे के अंदर आपके सामने आ जाएगा। मोदी जी ने शीर्ष नेतृत्व ने जिनको चुना है वो सामने आएंगे और भारतीय जनता पार्टी की डबल इंजन की सरकार कल से काम करना शुरू
कोई
करेगी।
तो सुगबुगाहट होगी, बातचीत हो रही होगी सुबह
एक घंटे में सब कुछ सामने आएगा।
बोला गया होगा
एक घंटे में सब कुछ, एक घंटा रुक जाएंगे ना, सब कुछ सामने आएगा। चिंता काहे कर रहे हैं?
क्या लग रहा है?
All right, Harish Khurana there, BJP MLA also arriving, of course, at the party headquarters. Mehndi, the MLAs have started to arrive. They are pretty tight-lipped right now. They're saying it could be anyone. At the end of the day, of course, BJP is known to spring a surprise. Is a surprise likely today as well?
Well, indeed, today BJP comes with a surprise factor, a suspense factor that is still there in the national capital after we can say Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and Odisha. But, the legislative party meet will be the deciding factor that who will be the CM. Once again, we'll show you the visuals of the leaders that are arriving right now because all the MLAs have started to come in that list. We can say the observers, the most important faces right now for this particular meet. Ravi Shankar Prasad and O.P. Dhankar have already reached. But talking about the MLAs, we can say that Manjinder Singh Sirsa, Ashok Goel, Harish Khurana have already reached the party office. But yes, apart from them, a lot of the MLAs have also came in the party office for the legislative party meet, which is scheduled for 7 p.m. right now. But showing you the visuals outside the party office once again today, you can see the crowd here of the Karyakartas, of the party leaders and of the senior leaders arriving at the party office right now. And the MLAs have started to come in that list. Some of them are Sirsa, Manjinder Singh Sirsa, Harish Khurana and also Ashok Goel, who are the MLAs from different constituencies and the important factors in the BJP's win. But still the surprise factor is still there and the suspense will be over at around 8 p.m. when the observers will come outside of the meeting and will announce the CM face who will take oath tomorrow. Yes, Uday.
All right. Also, of course, as far as your sources are telling you, is it going to be a deputy CM announcement as well today? Could there be one or two deputy CMs in Delhi? Also, how many ministers are expected to take oath tomorrow, Mehndi? And who are these names as well?
Well, Uday, as per the sources that we are getting to know, there is a possibility that BJP can work on the formula of 1 CM and 2 deputy CM, in the national capital to manage the caste equations because a lot of people from different castes live here and have given their mandate. So, as a sign for casting that voter, there is a possibility that BJP can work on 1 CM and 2 deputy CM factor. But talking about the cabinet ministers today, then it is expected again, according to the sources, that 6 cabinet ministers can be chosen by the Bharatiya Janata Party for different departments. And talking about that particular list today, then yes, some of the senior leaders, Kailash Gehlot, Arvinder Singh Lovely, Manjinder Singh Sirsa, Mohan Singh Bisht, Vijayendra Gupta, and these are the leaders that are, into considerations for the cabinet to be given to them. But, speculations are very high that Mohan Singh Bisht, the Mustafabad MLA, can be chosen as the Vidhan Sabha Speaker because, he is considered to be a very senior leader of the BJP. Yes, his ticket was cut from Karawal Nagar, but he managed to gain win from the Mustafabad, which is Mustafabad is one of the seats which is not BJP's seat. So he managed to win from there as well. So it is expected that Mohan Singh Bisht can get the post of Vidhan Sabha Speaker. But these are all speculations right now, Uday, that the formula 1 CM and 2 deputy CM, according to the sources, and 6 cabinet ministers can be chosen by the BJP for the national capital. Yes, Uday.
Okay, and also, of course, now, Mehndi, the names of deputy CM, who are doing the rounds?
Well, Uday, talking about the deputy CM, then again talking about the caste factors that BJP is discussing right now, there is a possibility if BJP doesn't choose the women face as the CM, then one deputy CM can be a woman and the other deputy CM can be chosen from the Purvanchali, from the Purvanchali base. So because, talking about these particular elections and also the campaign of the Bharatiya Janata Party, the Purvanchalis were on the priority list of the BJP and taking into consideration the Bihar elections as well. So there is a possibility that BJP, can choose a Purvanchali face for the deputy CM post, and if not the and if BJP chooses the women face as the CM and the deliberations are very high for Rekha Gupta to be the CM, then the second option from the Bharatiya Janata Party for the second deputy CM, can be Jat or Banya face. So these are all the speculations that are into, considerations are into buzz right now, and it will be clarified in some time that what formula is BJP working on right now and who will be the CM or the deputy CM or the cabinet ministers in the national capital. Yes, Uday.
All right, let me in fact quickly also go back across to Sumit Peer. Sumit Peer, as far as Delhi is concerned, do you believe that BJP could balance castes and other equations by perhaps going in for a deputy CM formula? Also, as far as, of course, a woman is concerned, do you believe a woman is leading the race for Delhi or not?
Uday, it's a very good question which you have asked. Honestly, my assessment of the BJP in Delhi, they will not go to the deputy CM mantra in Delhi, because here they don't have to worry too much about the caste equations. Yes, when it comes to cabinet, then when it comes to making ministers, there you can take care of the caste and heavyweights and all. But when it comes to the CM, you want a person who can work independently with no strings attached, because the task is very, very uphill. There's a lot of work which you have to do in the repairing Delhi first. Development to baad mein hogi. First you have to repair the Delhi. So there's a lot of work which do. And if I can be very candid with you, whoever the CM will be, if a lady or a male, I don't know, but whoever the CM will be, he or she has to directly work with the PMO and directly take orders from the PMO and get a work implemented at a lightning speed, because in the tenure of Prime Minister Modi, for the first time, Modi ji has got the opportunity to be in the center and to be in the state of Delhi. He never got this before. So it is it is on Prime Minister Modi also to prove his mettle here. Saak ka sawal hai yahan pe. So the development has to happen fast, and these AAP party guys are not going to let it happen easy. And there are these pockets where the problems can be always created. You have Shaheen Bags, you have Okhlas, you have so many of these pockets where the problems can be always created. So you have to manage everything very, very fast and also get the things delivered. One of the biggest problems will be encroachments. There are huge encroachments in Delhi. One of the biggest problems will be huge illegals, Bangladeshis, Rohingyas, you have to flush them out. So if you divide the power at the chief minister level, then the conflicting things can start coming up. You want one man, he's the boss, he calls the shot. Of course, he will talk to the PMO. Of course, he will take directions from Prime Minister Modi, Mr. Amit Shah, and whatever that it is. But when it comes to ministers, you have to give it to Pravesh Verma ji. You have to give it, let's say, for example, Rekha Gupta ji. For example, Ashish Sood is a very good contender for the minister. And, Mishra ji is very, very good contender for the minister. So you will balance at a ministerial level, you will balance again, but who gets what ministry is also important. Who gets finance, who gets PWD, they are and who gets home. They are the 2-3 ministries which will be very important. Or you may go into the model that the chief minister retains finance, home and PWD. There's also a possibility that with the chief minister itself. Other ministries get divided to the people. Because here in Delhi, the kind of work which has to be done in 5 years is very, very uphill. It's not an easy task. The people of Delhi have given you a mandate after 3 decades and you have to really prove it. So it's not going to be an easy task here. And my take is that, yes, there is a possibility of a lady chief minister, but I would say it's 70% would be a male, 30% there's a chance of a female. But yes, when it comes to ministries and all, you can have female representation, you can have all those ministries here. I think one of the key aspects of the ministries in Delhi will be something like a junior version of Jal Shakti Mantralay, because the Peene ka pani has become an utmost problem in Delhi. The big farmhouses, those plush mansions where there's no water to drink. So there are a lot of things which have to be repaired. So you might have a lot of cabinet ministers in Delhi, and every one of them focusing on one particular area, because Uday, the challenge is, sir, the development has to be seen. That people have to feel in around, let's say, 18 months that the life has really changed. And what Modi ji is going to definitely announce through the Chief Minister of Delhi is the 100-day program. For example, look, we know cleaning of Yamuna Ji will happen in 3 years. That is done and dusted. We know the Yamuna Ji ki Aarti has begun. The Yamuna Aarti has already begun. So there are the people have to see those tangible things changing. If you again tankers coming up with the same amount of water and people are queuing for the pani and bijli, it won't change things on the ground. So you have to have that fragmented.
बिल्कुल लेंगे और विधायक नहीं, अभी इससे पहले कोई बैठक हुई नहीं है जी। आपका भी नाम चल रहा है सीएम? नहीं, हम सबका नाम चल रहा है। 48 कैंडिडेट्स आर देयर फॉर सीएम। आम आदमी पार्टी कह रही है कि बीजेपी का दूल्हा अभी तक नहीं चुन पाया है। हाँ, उन्होंने एलओपी का चुन लिया है क्या?
ठीक है जी। तो आज सीएम कुछ देर के बाद ऐलान हो जाएगा। बड़ा गर्व, एक प्राउड का आप लोगों के लिए क्षण भी है
जी। बिल्कुल प्राउड का क्षण है। इन पूरे 27 सालों में ये केवल हमारी मेहनत नहीं है, वर्तमान के कार्यकर्ताओं की मेहनत नहीं है, ये मेहनत उन कार्यकर्ताओं की है जिन्होंने 27 साल धरने प्रदर्शन की राजनीति की है और भाजपा की बुलंद आवाज बन के पब्लिक के हर मुद्दे को उठाया। आज उन कार्यकर्ताओं के अभिनंदन का दिन है।
केक लेके आए हो, उसमें नाम लिखना बाकी है,
अभी
लिख पा रहे?
अभी लिखा जाएगा। ज्यादातर दुकानों पे हैप्पी बर्थडे वाला ही केक मिलता है।
All right.
दिल्ली के विकास को प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के विजन से दिल्ली की जनता के सपने को साकार करने के काम करेंगे। आप विश्वास रखिए कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी का जो चेहरा होगा वो दिल्ली का ऐसा चेहरा होगा जो दिल्ली याद करेगी। नरेंद्र मोदी जिंदाबाद।
वर्ल्ड के अंदर जो है पहली जो है वो राजधानी होगी जिसके अंदर जो परेशानियां 27 साल में हुए हैं, जमुना की हालत खराब होगी, लोग गंदा पानी पी रहे थे, आज वो पानी भी जो है सही हो जाएगा। दिल्ली सरकार जीतते भारतीय जनता पार्टी आपका कार्य शुरू हो गया है और जमुना की सफाई की जाएगी और वहाँ दिल्ली आरती की जाएगी जमुना के बीच में, और जितनी भी सड़कें जो टूटी फूटी पड़ी हुई हैं, विकास का कार्य बड़ी तेजी से शुरू करा जाएगा।
Of course, continue to pour in from the BJP Delhi headquarters. Gyanendra Mishra, I'm being told, is joining us now on the broadcast. Gyanendra Mishra, I was trying to bring you in here earlier on the on this debate and discussion on, of course, the new Delhi Chief Minister. What do you believe explains the delay, and what do you believe will be the biggest consideration by the BJP in choosing their CM candidate?
So, of course, Uday, sorry, I was in another meeting. This is something deviated from the very normal with the BJP. Earlier, what used to happen is that the CM candidate has been decided by the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, and this legislative party MLAs choosing the minister was just a sham and formality, if you like to put in. Because the way you see that the chief ministers for the other states where BJP recently won elections has been elected and selected and then foisted on the MLAs, because they cannot be the choice of MLA because they were nowhere during the elections. They all come as a surprise element. And obviously, I think the primary consideration was the loyalty to the Prime Minister and Home Minister and to work under their direct supervision and control. Now with BJP, the speculation was again the same, that the name of the chief ministers has already been decided. People were waiting because Prime Minister has to travel to US and other country for meeting, that when he will come, the name will be announced. But for Delhi, it is throwing a very peculiar situation for BJP. And that situation has arisen, one, for the reason that there was no name that was proposed or propounded for the Delhi Chief Minister. And there are multiple factors that need to be taken into considerations in terms of selecting the probable Chief Minister. There is the, Sumit was telling there was no caste equations, but I believe, yes, there is the caste equation, because in this election, the BJP has got a very massive mandate, and people from very identifiable segments have voted for BJP. Like the core voters of BJP obviously had been the Banya community and the Punjabi community in Delhi, which has stood with the BJP this time as well. But BJP has done very well among the Purvanchalis, which was not expected before the election. And the certain segment of populations like the women voters and the weaker section of the societies, which were supposed to be the core voter of Aam Aadmi Party, has also voted in a significant percentage to BJP. So therefore, this permutation combination and this
क्या कहेंगे इधर आज जो विधायक दल की आम आदमी पार्टी कह रही है कि बीजेपी के पास दूल्हा नहीं है कोई?
अरे उसको जोड़ो, वो तो अब रोया हुआ है, वो तो उसको को संन्यास ले ले, उन्हीं तो जेल जाएगा, वो तो केजरीवाल तो जेल जाएगा।
तो क्या लगता है कोई महिला मुख्यमंत्री भी हो सकता है अभी? आप
ये तो अभी हाईकमान जो फैसला करेगी उस पर डिस्कस होगा, आके बात कर लेंगे। ठीक है,
मंत्री पद मिल सकता है?
अरे बाबा कार्यकर्ता हूँ, ओहो दरी बिछाने वाले को क्या, जो कार्यकर्ता को ड्यूटी लगाएंगे हम मान लेंगे, बात खत्म।
लेकिन कोई सुबह से कोई फोन आ रहे हो कुछ?
ना फोन कोई नहीं, हम तो कार्यकर्ता है।
All right, Tarvinder Marwa there, of course, reacting. Remember, he's the BJP MLA who defeated Manish Sisodia. Let's listen in once again.
तो टिकट के लिए भी जो मोदी जी ने हमको काबिल समझा, चुनाव लड़ा दिया, एक कार्यकर्ता को दरी बिछाने वाले को, और इससे बड़ी खुशी क्या है, और काबिल समझा उन्होंने।
कम से कम मंत्री, क्योंकि उप मुख्यमंत्री को आपने हराया, तो हो सकता है कि मंत्री तो कम से कम बने।
देखो कार्यकर्ता का है दरी बिछाना, जो ड्यूटी लगा देगी पार्टी वो उस पर सिर बने।
All right. So Tarvinder Marwa there, of course, being tight-lipped. Remember, he is also arrived there at the BJP party headquarters in Delhi. He's, of course, defeated Manish Sisodia in the elections. Remains to be seen, of course, who will be Delhi's CM. All the MLAs there, very tight-lipped. All the MLAs who are arriving, very tight-lipped, of course, saying they will accept whatever decision, of course, is taken, and all the names are acceptable to them. There you can see another of the newly elected MLAs, Harish Khurana, arriving there at the party headquarters. Let me quickly go back across to Ajay Kumar Jha. Ajay Kumar Jha now, of course, at the end of the day, of course, BJP has been given a big mandate by, of course, the people of Delhi. The government of BJP is back in the national capital after more than 2 decades, which is why obviously BJP wants to take things slow and wants to take every decision after much thinking. Whenever BJP comes into any state, they try and come into that state for a long time. That's something that the BJP must be planning for Delhi as well, which is why they're slowly thinking this decision through. But they'll obviously want someone who will begin implementing and delivering on the mandate from day one itself.
Absolutely, you are right. That is what is the real issue they are confronted with. I understand because this is going to be a very challenging task for the person who is going to be chief minister, for the simple reason that he has to or she has to directly come into contact with the prime minister office and prime minister himself, because prime minister, as far as I can recall, he is for the first time anywhere in any of his statements across the country has said that the chief minister would be directly that the prime minister would directly be taking interest in that particular state. Prime minister has never said. This is for the first time that he has said that he would be taking his personal interest in the development of Delhi, and that is rightly so, because Delhi is the showpiece where you give the entire message to the world and to the state, to the country as well. And the most important thing is that these are the considerations which we are all talking about right now. Sumit has also said, others have also said, that they are important considerations. Caste considerations are there, regional considerations are there. But in addition to that, the most important consideration would be the development of the city-state. That is very important. And the Prime Minister is not going to miss the point that who is going to deliver it and who would be in a position. This is number one. Number two, you might have seen, and everybody has seen, that BJP is preparing for the leadership for tomorrow. It is not giving anybody Tom, Dick, Harry, or whosoever, just or any senior person, just asking them to take hold of that. BJP is very much putting its eyes on future. It is preparing its leadership at state level of a kind which could run for another 15 to 20 years at least. So we have seen that the younger leaders have been chosen from all the states where they have got that situation. So and as far as the Delhi is concerned, here everybody is by and large. Pravesh Verma himself is can be considered a young politician, and he can have a long innings, no doubt about that. And then there are other women candidates also, Rekha Gupta. Then there are Bania community, which is very dominant, and which is the population wise it is okay. But again, the caste factor. If we want to look into it, and the Jat factor would influence not only Delhi, it will influence UP, it would influence Haryana, Rajasthan, all across the neighboring states, Punjab also to an extent. So he cannot also be simply not taken into account. That I do understand. So his chances are still very high, I think. And so far as the women candidate, again, that is very important, because we believe and people believe that women voters have come forward in favor of BJP on the top of Kejriwal. So that is very important. But these are the hunches. I only think the Prime Minister must have made up his mind. He is only trying to see the kind of politics which is going on within the party, which he would be trying to get a hold of or a feel of what things are going on and how things are going on, how it can be managed in future. And as I told earlier, that Delhi would be taken for future. 29 election would be a very important consideration for Prime Minister and for the top leadership, because Delhi would be the place where Rahul Gandhi would be there, where even Kejriwal would be there. He cannot be simply just negated because he is a kind of person.
Right, more and more, of course, MLAs arriving there at the BJP headquarters, as we can see on our screens. Gautam Mukherjee, let me quickly draw you back in here onto the broadcast. Gautam, do you believe the Deputy CM formula could be used in Delhi as well? It's been seen in other states where the BJP has, of course, managed the caste and other equations by one or two Deputy CMs. Could that happen in Delhi as well? According to his Parvesh Verma in the running then for Deputy CM if he doesn't become CM?
Well, I think one CM and many ministers is the way to go rather than deputy CMs. Delhi is a half state. It is, you've got the Prime Minister here, you've got the Home Minister here, you've got the whole cabinet here. So there is really no need except to balance caste factors. And for that, the best is, as I've said before, to pick an innocuous chief minister who's a good administrator. He has work to do. He should be rather like Yogi, because he's got to sort out a lot of illegal immigrants, various pockets which have gone, very hostile, if you like. And all that is the work of a strong chief minister backed by the central government. I don't think you need deputy chief ministers. Even in UP, that actually led to conflict. In the last elections, Maurya challenged Yogi, and it had to be quelled by the central leadership. And it did harm during the actual elections. I don't think you need that. We've had enough factionalism in Delhi in the past.
Okay. Well, more, of course, MLAs arriving there. I think Vijendra Gupta has arrived there as well. Remember, he's also in contention So these are, of course, the latest breaking visuals from the BJP Delhi office. That meeting all set to begin at 7 p.m. now. Also, interestingly, even as the wait continues for that meeting, we've seen how, Kapil Mishra has also arrived there, another BJP MLA. Now, we've seen how, interestingly, tomorrow, a decision has been taken to have people from Jhuggi clusters, to have auto drivers there, Sumit Peer, at the swearing-in ceremony. Not just VIPs, but the ordinary citizens of Delhi are going to be the VIPs tomorrow. The Aam Aadmi, the real Aam Aadmi of Delhi are going to be the VIPs tomorrow. Sumit Peer, at Ramlila Maidan.
Uday, you nailed it. When you said the real Aam Aadmi, not the political Aam Aadmi. The political Aam Aadmi is not the Aam Aadmi. They live in a 45 crore mansion, sir. They are not Aam Aadmi. They are the real Aam Aadmis for quality tomorrow. Because the challenge is that the Aapda party, began thinking that this so-called auto wala is mere IPR. I own this rickshaw wala, I own this auto wala because of the poor. Look, it was a very clear agenda. The Congress divided Hindus on castes and AAP divided them on economy. Ultimately, the mission or motion of AAP was to divide Hindus on the basis of, economics. ये गरीब है, ये पिछड़ा है, whatever. And then when the more and more division happens, the people like Aam Aadmi Party have a chance in the politics. Unification of the Hindu vote does not give them any chance. They were banking on these economic divisions and the Muslim vote. Let's be very direct. That's how the politics was all about. Now, when these auto walas, which are our brothers and sisters, when these rickshaw walas are our brothers and sisters, sabzi wala, who are a part of your and my society, how does AAP think that they are only their vote bank? No, they have to vote for development. Everybody, at the end of the day, Uday wants development. Koi bheek nahi chahta. Nobody wants free Vijli power. They want their kids to go to school. They want enablement. They want a pakka makan. They want, a bima. Why did, Aam Aadmi Party deprive these people from Ayushman Bharat? Was a mohalla clinic alternate to a 7 lakh insurance, 5 lakh insurance? Will you be operated in a mohalla clinic if you have a, let's say, kidney failure or something like that? These are the things which need to be exposed. This so-called Kejriwal's model of development, self-proclaimed model of development, world-class schools. These all need to be exposed now, and this is the time when Modi ji is getting these people a part of the celebration. He is the same Prime Minister who has food with the people. He is the same Prime Minister jo laborer ke pair dhota hai. He is the same Prime Minister. And in our Sabhyata, Uday, when it's Navratri and all, we go and wash the feet of our little daughters. Because that is what our Sabhyata teaches us. And this is what Sanatani Sabhyata is all about. We value the people on the basis of their karma. We don't use them at vote banks. We don't talk of a Renault pen with a overshirt, bullshirt, but I have a 10 lakh रुपए का WC at my home. Well, that is the Aapda party politics. Modi ji doesn't believe in that kind of politics. Even my friend Mishra ji is smiling today for a change. Well, that is not the politics. This is the real thing. When you enable the people, if you want to enable the people, teach them how to fish. Don't give them fish. That is what Modi ji believes, and that is what is going to happen today. They will see a new flavor of Delhi. Look what happened to the Yamuna all these years. Talk after talk after talk after talk. Today you are saying after 55 crores people had a dip in Kumbh, the water quality is not so very good. I am challenging Aapda party guys. Can 5 of you go and have a dip in Yamuna to Nikambodh Ghat? And you will still be alive and have no skin problems. So these are the things. I mean, people are sick and tired of this rhetoric. People want things to change. People want development to happen. And yaar, hamari garibi pe taras mat khao. We want to come to the next level. Why we should be always garib? Why auto wala should be always deprived? Why rickshaw wala should be always deprived? Why do I need to look up to Kejriwal ki bhai aap aaj ki roti kahan se aayegi? Mere haath mein hai na, I can earn. That is what the people are, and people who are not very rich have a lot of swabhiman Uday. उनके पास बहुत स्वाभिमान होता है. They have a lot of स्वाभिमान, and their स्वाभिमान has been trampled for vote bank. Oh, I'll give you this free, I'll give you that free, I'll give you mohalla clinic. And then after scam after scam after scam, and I live in a 50 crore mansion. Remember the words. Modi ji ko agla janam lena padega Delhi mein aane ke liye. I wanted, that video to be played again and again. This is the height of arrogance. These people were so arrogant, they thought they owned the Delhi. This myth will be broken tomorrow, and this is the right thing what BJP is doing, and this is the right thing what Modi ji is doing with it.
आप भी सर आपका भी नाम तो देखिए मुख्यमंत्री होंगे आपका नाम भी क्या कहेंगे सर कौन होगा सीएम
Upadhyay there, arriving at the BJP party headquarters. He is of course being tight-lipped. not really commenting on who will be CM of Delhi. These are the latest updates coming in from the BJP party headquarters. That meeting, of course, is all set to begin very, very shortly. The legislative party meeting, all eyes on the BJP office. Who will be Delhi CM is, of course, the big question. Well, let me quickly go across to you, Gyanendra Mishra. Gyanendra Mishra, interestingly, some of the leaders of the AAP who have questioned the BJP on the delay have been responded to by some of the leaders of the BJP by saying they haven't decided the leader of opposition either.
I don't think Uday, that's an important consideration right now here, but because obviously let first the chief minister to be decided, then the opposition party will decide who should be the LOP. That's not something which we need to worry and discuss about. So the thing was that what my learned friend, which speaks very
because the AAP,
eloquently,
of course, remember, has been the party that has been criticizing the BJP on this delay, which is why this issue has arisen, Gyanendra Mishra.
No, it has arisen, but it has no significance. See, the whole part is when the chief minister itself has not been decided. What's the point of deciding an LOP? And I don't think within the Aam Aadmi Party there would be any, significant, deliberations to decide who should be the LOP. Obviously, people are trying to put in this as like now the Kejriwal must respect Mr. Bhimrao Ambedkar ji and should name a Dalit as an LOP, and all this is the politics will be going on. But I want to respond on the larger questions which we were discussing here, as if that BJP has offered an alternative administration mode or role of development model of development for Delhi, and that is why the people have paid for it. I, in my thought, disagree with this proposition. I don't think that the BJP has offered any alternative model of development or has been able to find a big flaw in the model that the Aam Aadmi Party was following in Delhi. I think there have been, and it is not a landslide rout of the party in terms of percentage of vote as I see. Only 3%, 2.5% vote more than what BJP has got from the Aam Aadmi Party. So it is not as if that there was a huge disenchantment with the Aam Aadmi Party rule in BJP. I think why the BJP has won it, because BJP uptick all the right, scoreboard point in this election. The model that the Aam Aadmi Party basically adopted, where they cater to a certain segment of voter, which is obviously the weaker section of society, by providing the free water, free electricity, free bus ride, free mohalla clinic, etc., etc. BJP has not questioned that. Rather than BJP has accepted, saying, I will continue all these things, and moreover, I'll give you more freebies than what Aam Aadmi Party was giving you. So it is not an alternative model. Basically, you are stepping up what was the practice or the policy for the Aam Aadmi Party. The BJP was forced to acknowledge that they are not going to change any policies, and this freebies or whatever you call it being given to the weaker sections. They will continue it, and they up ante it by telling, if they are giving you 2000, I'll give you 2500. So it's not an alternative model. What has happened, we all know, is that it was a strong anti-incumbency because of this 12 years of rule. People wanted an alternative government to see that if the alternative government is able to better perform as Aam Aadmi Party has done it. Obviously, there were certain basic flaw in the Aam Aadmi Party's strategy. They have neglected the infrastructure, road, water, thinking these are the concerns of middle class. Middle class is not a deciding factor in this elections. If I intact my core voters of the weaker section, jhuggi jhopdi wala, auto wala, rickshaw wala, poor women, I will continue to hold that margin. People are talking about if Congress has not performed a little better, if not in terms of number of seats, in terms of the percentage of vote they have got, the result could have been different also. And I think think, yes, we could agree, we could anticipate that result could have been different altogether if 5-6% vote the Congress would not have taken out of the Aam Aadmi Party's core voters. So therefore, I think the real challenge for the BJP would be, and I think that's the reason why this deliberation on selecting the new chief minister, because new chief minister obviously has to work in close tandem with the central government, particularly the PMO and the Home Ministry, and therefore how to balance this control and then caste factor and then the Bihar elections, then the women reservation, because out of the 21 states that the BJP, 20 or 21 states the BJP is in power right now, there is not a single women chief minister. And when you brought this reservation in the national parliament and all that, obviously there would be a question that why you are not able to select a single women chief minister in any of the states, 20 states where you are ruling. So these are the different factors. The Purvanchalis has voted in a big number, and therefore, and there is election in Bihar and their subsequent election in UP. So that factor also need to be somehow, because they want to set the right message for the Biharis, Panchalis in the Bihar election. And that is why this prolonged, detailed deliberation for selecting the chief minister. Otherwise, in terms of administration, it is not such a significant state where you have to balance and counterbalance various portion and combination, as Mr. Gautam Mukherjee was talking about. But in the situation where they are, because they have basically only promised to accept that I will clean Yamuna, we don't know. They are telling for last 20 years they will clean Ganga. But this NPCC report has come, what is the stage of water in Maharaga and Sangam, where we all are going and taking a bathe. So that would be the challenge. Doing the Aarti along the Yamuna is not going to clean the Yamuna. So if that's the solution coming up, that within 7 days I will start the Aarti of Yamuna, that is again in positioning rather than doing anything concrete for the cleaning of our holy river, the lifeline of this country. Therefore, this is the challenge. The BJP, they want a very strong and a performance-oriented candidate while they're balancing the various factors. There is a RSS factors, as I said, there's a caste factors, there is in Purvanchali factors, there are voters, neuters that they have gained in this election, how to continue with them, because I agree with Mr. Jha's observations that they are here, they are trying to plan a long haul in Delhi. They are just not thinking of this next 5 years and then leaving Delhi to another party. So these are the core considerations, and it would be interesting to see that how the BJP leadership address those, seemingly different contextual connotations which are there, and come up with a leader who is performing in all these scalings.
Okay, let me in fact quickly also at this point go across to some other guests, in fact, who also continue to be with us at this point. Let me in fact get you in here, Ajay Kumar Jha, once again onto the broadcast. Ajay Kumar Jha, now we are seeing more leaders, more MLAs, of course, arrive there at the BJP party headquarters. What do you believe the biggest priorities for the BJP will be now? The action plan for the party for the first 100 days, what will that include?
Very important question. Uday, I think...
and Ahmed Ayaz, I'm coming to you in a second. Just hold your thought.
Okay. Fine.
No, please go ahead. I'll go to Ahmed Ayaz, I said after you.
100-day plan is not going to be very important one. What they are going to do, that they are going to see that the promises are what they have made is actually coming on the ground. That is their consideration, which they would be looking at in future. Now, that is one thing. And most important thing, what I think would be that there must have been in mind among the top leaders that this would be the first time that any BJP chief minister would be there ruling or would be there for full 5-year term. No BJP chief minister, in spite of the fact that they have come after such a long time, not even the earlier chief ministers, either Madan Khurana or Mr. Sahab Singh Burma or even Sushma Swaraj, them could complete 5-year term. This would be the first time that they would be completing it. So they have enough time in their hand. That is one thing. But they have also not so much time to show the people that they can do anything at ease. They have to show it that they can do it at a faster pace and with a much genuine intention. Whatever proclamations were being made by Kejriwal, most of the proclamations did not come to fruition, only because and that was the reason why people have noted, because Kejriwal ji had been always telling, look at my mohalla clinic, look at the schools, look at water cleaning and all those things, and nothing of them substantially was seen on the ground. This is a matter of fact. What kept Kejriwal alive on the political front was his freebies, no doubt about it. And freebies, as far as I think, that it is one thing which motivates everybody to go for. If even the middle class people would not like to just forgo freebies. So freebies always are accepted by people in general. I don't say about the higher class people, but this is the general tendency. And that is one reason why BJP has not this time said that they would be getting free of freebies. No, they would also be giving freebies, and in a better way. So that is that. So what? But so that the model which Misha ji was telling would be same in this case. But what would not be the same, that they would give it on top of it other things also, and that those things would be coming on the grounds that would be seen by the people which they have promised.
Okay, Ahmed Ayaz, what do you believe is going to be the action plan? Ahmed Ayaz, your priorities list for the BJP, what is that going to be?
Me?
Ahmed Ayaz?
ने भी बड़ा बढ़ चढ़ के दिल्ली को वोट दिया है बीजेपी को इस बार पूर्वांचल
सभी साथ हैं, सभी
यहाँ पर लग रहे हैं। क्या मनोज तिवारी अध्यक्ष होंगे? क्या मनोज तिवारी भी
समीकरण रहेगा आप लोगों का? देखिए, समीकरण सिर्फ एक ही है कि जो पार्टी के सभी कार्यकर्ता बहुत अच्छे हैं, तो दूरगामी चीज़ों को देखते हुए एक एफिशिएंट कार्यकर्ता हो और पॉपुलर हो, यही एक समीकरण। अतुल जी, एक सवाल सर, सर किस तरह देख रहे हैं महत्वपूर्ण दिन सर एक सवाल सर मुख्यमंत्री कौन होगा सर? लगातार सर बातचीत हो रही है सर, क्या कहेंगे? सर मुख्यमंत्री कौन होगा सर? लगातार सर बातचीत हो रही है सर, क्या कहेंगे? अभी 1 घंटे तक आपको सारी जानकारी आपके पास आ जाएगी। अभी 1 घंटे के अंदर आपके पास जानकारी आ जाएगी। सर सवाल उठ रहे हैं 11 दिन का समय क्यों लगा सीएम का नाम तय करने में? चलिए, ये हमारी पार्टी की ओर से जो प्रवक्ता है, इसके बारे में उनकी ओर से आपको जानकारी दी जाएगी। सर क्या लगता है, एक सीएम 2 डिप्टी सीएम होंगे या एक सीएम और एक डिप्टी सीएम का फॉर्मूला होगा?
All right, that is Ramveer Bidhuri, BJP Member of Parliament from South Delhi, speaking with the media. Let me go across to Mehndi Garg, who continues to be live with us as well. Mehndi, more and more members of Parliament, of course, also arriving there. The BJP senior leadership all now at the BJP headquarters. That meeting probably has begun or is beginning any moment now. The big question is how in how much time are we going to know who the next CM of Delhi is going to be? Also, we can see on our screens now Baijayant Panda, who of course is the Prabhari of BJP for Delhi, has also arrived there along with Manjinder Sirsa, who is the newly elected MLA.
Well, Uday, right now all the senior leaders have started to arrive at the party office, and in any moment the big legislature meet is set to happen right now, is set to start, we can say. And the MPs, the 7 MPs are also arriving right now. If we talk about the MPs, then Bansuri Swaraj, Kamaljeet Sehrawat, Ramveer Biduri have already reached the party office, and along with them various MLAs, whether we talk about Ashish Sood, Mohan Singh Bisht, and also Rekha Gupta, Ajay Mahavar, the top contenders in the list of Chief Minister have also arrived right now at the party office, and in any moment the big party legislature meet is will start, and after that it will be decided that who will be the CM after the discussions. We can say that it will be told by the observers that who will be the Chief Minister after the party legislature meet, and we can expect that after an hour, that around 8:30 p.m. it is expected that the observers with the senior leaders can come outside the party office and tell us and all the delights about the Chief Minister, that who BJP will show their trust on to choose them as the Chief Minister. And now the visuals are very clear of all the MLAs, newly elected MLAs, the party leaders arriving, whether it's the MPs, the newly appointed MLAs, the Prabharis, the observers. Almost everyone has reached the party office as of now, and in any moment the legislature meet will start, and after, we can say, an hour it will be clear, the picture will be clear, the suspense over the CM face, all the speculations will come to a full stop as the observers will come out and announce the CM of New Delhi. Yes, Uday.
Absolutely, Mehdi. Any further inputs you're getting through your sources? Any further, clarity on the name or names being finalized? Who is the shortlist?
Well, Uday, yes, some picture is getting, clear right now. It is expected that BJP can choose a Bania face for the CM candidacy, because if we talk about other states, then there is no Bania face as the Chief Minister in the Bharatiya Janata Party ruled states as well. So there are, 4 to 5 names who are from the Bania community who have managed to took the position of the MLA and has won the elections with bumper majority. And in those names, Rekha Gupta, Ajay Mahavar, Jitendra Mahajan and Vijayender Gupta, all these 4 people come from a Bania community, are all the very senior leaders, we can say, of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and also very close to RSS. So yes, it is possible that the BJP can choose their CM from a Bania community and also from these 4 names, because this is the last point, because the meeting will start in any moment right now, and this is the last few moments when the speculations are very high over the Bania face, and it is expected that if BJP chooses a women face, then Rekha Gupta will be the Chief Minister. But apart from her, 3 other contenders are still there. It's Jitendra Mahajan, Ajay Mahavar and Vijayender Gupta. So these are the 4 top contenders as of now that we are getting to know. Exclusive sources to NewsX that are telling that these 4, these 4, the fight is very tough as well. And from these 4 only, there is a chance that BJP can choose their CM. And we can say that Ajay Mahavar, the MLA from Gonda constituency, can be a changing factor, and BJP can give a surprise by choosing that particular face. If we talk about Ajay Mahavar specifically, Uday, then he comes from a Bania community. He has a very strong hold in his particular constituency, and not only that, he is also a very close member of the RSS. So yes, he is a very tough contender. If we talk about the 4 names that are in the list, so he is a very probable contender to be chosen as the CM face, but women face Rekha Gupta is giving Ajay Mahavar a very tough call and a very tough competition because she is the MLA from Shalimar Bagh and she has also been parshad from that particular constituency, and the support that she gets from Shalimar Bagh is we can say something else, because she has won the parshad elections again and again, and she is also the part of the Bharatiya Janata Party from a very long time. And also there, according to the sources, there is a possibility that RSS has proposed her name as the women, as the RSS and BJP is trying to choose the women face as the CM. So RSS has also, said that Rekha Gupta should be chosen as the chief minister. So if these speculations are true, then yes, there is a very high possibility that Rekha Gupta can also be chosen as the chief minister. So we can say there is a very tough call between Ajay Mahavar and Rekha Gupta. Both comes from the Banya community. Both have a very strong hold in their particular constituencies. But apart from that, Jitendra Mahajan and Vijayendra Gupta are also the very tough contenders. Talking about Vijayendra Gupta out there, then yes, when it was a very difficult time for the BJP in the national capital, when there was a wave of Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party, Vijayendra Gupta managed to win the Rohini constituency seat back to back again and again, and now he is the third time MLA from Rohini and is a very senior leader, very close to the senior leadership as well, and also he was chosen as the leader of opposition as well. So he is also, in the top contenders list. Yes, Sudhir.
Okay, now let's talk about the swearing-in ceremony tomorrow. The swearing-in ceremony, of course, will be happening at Ramlila Maidan, Mendi. Is it going to be a big NDA show of strength? Are we expecting NDA leaders to be there? Are we expecting BJP-ruled CMs and deputy CMs to be there? Also, what are your sources telling you? Will opposition leaders who've been invited from Delhi attend, or are they likely to skip?
Well, indeed, Uday, tomorrow is a very big day for the BJP because after 27 years, they have managed to, have a thumping majority in the national capital. So at 12 p.m., the new CM will take oath from the Ramlila Maidan, and BJP has chosen Ramlila Maidan for the swearing-in ceremony because we can say that Arvind Kejriwal has taken oath again and again from that particular ground, but BJP has also chosen this particular ground as a message to the people of Delhi that, the allegations that were put up by Aam Aadmi Party that the services that were ongoing in the national capital will be stopped by the Bharatiya Janata Party. So to give a very strong message, BJP has chosen Ramlila Maidan that no services will be, stopped, and after Arvind Kejriwal, now it's the BJP's turn to take oath from that particular area. And not only this, so the swearing-in ceremony will be a very huge celebrations because it is expected that around 50,000 to 60,000 delights will be attending that particular ceremony, and the seating and the arrangements have been already done at the Ramlila ground. I'm talking about
there's a big report coming in now.
Yes,
there's a big report coming in now from our sources that perhaps there may not be a deputy CM in Delhi. Is that something you are also hearing, Mehdi?
Yes, so there the speculations were very high, that BJP can choose the one CM and two deputy CM formula. But right now, according to the sources that we are getting to know, and as the time is very less for the major announcement, our sources tell us that there is a possibility that BJP will not choose any deputy CM in the national capital, and it will work on the formula of one chief minister and the cabinet ministers. And in that cabinet ministers, 6 to 7 ministers will be chosen for the different departments. So yes, according to the sources, the exclusive sources, NewsX has, they are telling us that no deputy CM will be chosen in the national capital, and it will be a very big move from the Bharatiya Janata Party side because the CM will be the decision maker and the changing factor for the next 5 years as well. So yes, according to the sources, there is a chance that BJP will not work on one one CM and two deputy CM formula that, they adopt in different states, whether we, say Uttar Pradesh is a very big example of one CM and two deputy CM. So yes, according to the sources, there is a chance that BJP will not repeat that formula and there will be only one chief minister governing the national capital along with their cabinet ministers. Yes, Uday?
Yes, absolutely. And of course, now we have to wait and watch who that one person will be. As now the inside scoop, of course, that we've got is that there is not going to be any deputy CM in Delhi. That's what our sources are telling us. Tomorrow, the chief minister and 6 ministers will be taking oath. So that is the inside scoop that we've accessed from the BJP meeting, which of course is on in the party office in Delhi. There is not likely to be any deputy CM. 1 CM and 6 ministers will take oath tomorrow. Now, who will be that CM is the big question, Mehndi. Also, as far as the ministers are concerned, who are the probables? Mehndi, can you hear me? Okay, I think we're having some technical issues there with her connection, but also joining us now, Professor Vivek Singh, political analyst. Professor Vivek Singh, what's your hunch? Who could possibly lead the race to be Delhi CM? Also, what do you make of this news coming in that no deputy CM is likely to be appointed?
Namaskar, Udayji. Actually, the important thing is that the CM is the face of the government, and that's why it's taking time. So ultimately, my expectation is that there will be a chief minister and 2 people will assist. So I'm expecting that at least 1 to 2 deputy chief minister there will be. So as we know that the BJP is known for the democratic self. So it's a democratic style of selection, and that's why there is, if you know that there is discussion with some, there is discussion with the top leadership, and right now there is discussion with the 48 MLAs. Means actually in the party, first thing is that in the democracy, voters will decide the leaders and MLAs will decide the chief minister. So right now, I think that within 30 to 45 minutes, we will come to know who is going to be the chief minister. But my expectation is that there is contestation between the 2, and one is the Pravesh Verma. Ultimately, he is the most important face, and he won against the Arvind Kejriwal, and after there is been after 27 years. And no doubt the Rekha Gupta is also, because she has the RSS background, she is Banya face, and she comes from the middle class, as well as she is a Mahila. So ultimately, these are the factors that we have to consider. But there is discussion with 48 MLAs and it's being started. And
दिल्ली का संकल्प पूरा करेंगे। क्या एक महिला मुख्यमंत्री भैया एक सेकंड, महिला मुख्यमंत्री होनी चाहिए दिल्ली में भी? हमारी पार्टी का
2 people to assist the chief minister.
All right, so these are of course the big developments coming in. More and more MLAs reacting. Let's play them out.
मैं आपको अभी आधे घंटे अंदर जाने के बाद वापसी आके जरूर बताऊंगा कि कौन होगा।
सोनिया जी, ये बताएं कि आखिरी क्षण है, कुछ ध्यान में चल रहा है कि भाई सीएम चुनने जा रहे हैं आप लोग?
अच्छा ही होगा और दिल्ली के बेहतरी के लिए होगा तो सिस्टम बनेगा।
Surya Khatri there speaking with the media is of course another BJP MLA who has also won recently. You can of course see other MLAs who had arrived earlier on your screens. The meeting has begun there in the BJP office.
कांग्रेस के खिलाफ, आम आदमी पार्टी के खिलाफ, उनके भ्रष्टाचारों के खिलाफ धरना प्रदर्शन करते थे, वो दिन भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं के लिए अहम होता था। आज विजय उत्सव है और भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने बहुत अच्छी जीत वो दिल्ली में करी है। तो आज का दिन अहम इसलिए है कि बहुत वर्षों बाद हम सब जीत कर आए हैं, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता जीत कर आए हैं और अच्छी बात है, उत्सव की तैयारी है।
महरौली की बेहद अहम सीट जीती है, क्या कहना चाहेंगे? पर्यवेक्षकों से कुछ बात हुई, रविशंकर प्रसाद सीनियर नेता, ओपी धनखड़ भी काफी सीनियर नेता।
Alok Mehta, editorial director, India News, is joining us live on the broadcast. Alok Mehta, what's your hunch? Who is leading the race to be Delhi CM according to you? Also, what do you make of this formula that we've accessed through our sources? No deputy CM likely in Delhi. One CM plus 6 ministers formula is likely in the national capital, Alok Mehta.
Rajit, certainly, because this is a union territory. It's not a state like Uttar Pradesh or Bihar or Madhya Pradesh. You know, here we don't need a deputy chief minister. Frankly speaking, Delhi was a Vijay Kumar Malhotra, leader of the BJP. Then Madan Lal Khurana. Vijay Kumar Malhotra was the chief executive councillor. At the time, it was a metropolitan council. So the top leaders of the Madan Lal Khurana who built the party, Sahab Singh Verma, these were people from the down to earth. And Sushma Swaraj, even she was from Haryana, but even then she took over for a few months. So I don't think there is any need for deputy chief minister in Delhi. And it's a very right decision. Because for Kejriwal, he wanted that maybe if he will shift to Punjab or he go to Haryana or he will be prime minister, then he wanted to groom the Manish Sisodia. Otherwise, Delhi is basically like a New York City or Mumbai. I used to tell that only one metropolitan city, one can have one even corporation like Mahanagar Parishad, what in Mumbai. Delhi needs such a person. So certainly, for tight administration, and especially the lieutenant governor is also there, central government is there. It's a union government, even not in like Mumbai. Here is a lieutenant governor also very important role for the DDA, for law and order. So there are already a chief minister will work for a development. What they have planned, especially for the clean Yamuna or all the other development work, the roads or the incorporation also maybe. In few days, they will also have the corporation in control because now their number is also increasing. So I think this is the right decision. Maybe that's why I'm saying our reporter also telling that okay, either Rekha Gupta is a woman leader, not only because of the caste. You know, BJP insists today is the Jayanti of Guru Golwalkar. If anybody read the RSS agenda, and even day before yesterday, Mohan Bhagwat said that we want to eliminate the caste system. We want a Hindu, all the Hindus should be united. That's why, because on the media we discuss the Baniya, Jat, and they will choose for the future, at least if they want to encourage the woman, like Sushma Swaraj was also there, maybe Rekha Gupta or Pravesh Verma. Pravesh Verma is a two-time MP also. But depends, maybe like Narendra Singh in Madhya Pradesh, he was...
सीएम के नाम की घोषणा होनी है, क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
दिल्ली वासियों को बहुत बहुत बधाई, शुभकामनाएं। बहुत लंबे समय के बाद डबल इंजन की जो सरकार है वो उसका सीएम जो है वो दिल्ली को मिलने जा रहा है और दिल्ली में जो विकास इतने समय से नहीं हो रहा था वो दिल्ली वासियों को मैं उसकी बधाई देना चाहता हूं कि ऑलरेडी जो घोषणाएं की थी उस पर ऑलरेडी काम चालू हो चुका है।
सर आप भी होंगे कैबिनेट में होंगे
वो आप प्लीज थोड़ा वेट कीजिए उसके लिए।
महिला मुख्यमंत्री भी हो सर, आप पहले भी कैबिनेट में थे सर, इस बार भी कैबिनेट में
आप जाने दीजिए प्लीज।
जाने दो भाई, जाने दो गुलशन जी, जाने दो।
Kailash Gehlot speaking there. You also remember, as of course, won the elections recently. Dr. Suvro Kamal Datta, political analyst, also live with us. Dr. Suvro Kamal Datta, what is going to be that single most important factor that the BJP will consider while deciding their CM face for the national capital? Dr. Suvro Kamal Datta, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Uday, what I understand is like there is not going to be any kind of hiccups or too much of problem in selecting the Chief Minister of Delhi. Bharatiya Janata Party is a very, very democratic and a regimented party, and RSS has a lot of influence on the nitty-gritties of the Bharatiya Janata Party as an ideological parent. So in my understanding, two factors would be taken into consideration. First and foremost is like a popular face from Delhi. And the second one would be is like who the face also should have a thorough ideological grooming from Nagpur as well as from the Singh Parivar. So these are two factors which will be taken into consideration. Who would be the chief minister is not important. What is more important is like the agenda of the party, the promises of the party and the ideological aspirations of the supporters of the Sangh Parivar and BJP needs to be fulfilled. In this, what I understand is like the Honorable Prime Minister, the Home Minister, the National President of the Bharatiya Janata Party, together with consultation with the elected MLAs, a very smooth consensus would be arrived at and a final decision would be taken. BJP doesn't suffer from that kind of hiccups and turmoil like the way other parties suffer from. We have seen the fiasco which had happened in Telangana after Congress won the election, or for that matter, the fiasco which is going on in Karnataka and in Himachal after the wins of those two states by the Congress party. So this is a different kind of a party. In this, I think the authority and the final authorization comes from above, from the Honorable Prime Minister, as well as the Home Minister, the National President of the party, together with a green signal from Nagpur. And definitely the elected MLAs, they have a important say in this, and whatever happens is going to be completely based on consensus. This government is going to be a government of full delivery and governance at the doorstep. It is a government which is now a triple engine ki sarkar, because at the center we have the Modi government, in Delhi we have the BJP government now, and at the municipal corporation, Bharatiya Janata Party is in majority now, because with the votes by the MLA as well as with the councillors and the MPs, BJP is ahead of Aam Aadmi Party in terms of number. So when the mayoral election takes place in April, the new mayor will be in the MCT from the Bharatiya Janata Party. So with a triple engine sarkar, the hopes and expectations of the people of Delhi will be fulfilled. And we have already seen how the smooth functioning of the government is taking place, and in such a rapid fire way. We have seen the cleaning of the Yamuna has already started on a full scale. What I understand is like the three priorities of the Honorable Prime Minister would be to have a clean Yamuna similar to the Sabarmati, together with that rapid development of the Delhi, of the state of Delhi, and of course a pollution-free Delhi. So these are the three important factors in which the PM would be a kind of a watchdog, and he would be taking regular briefings from the MLA. And I think after the oath-taking ceremony tomorrow, the next day itself would be, to move ahead and to start working at the grassroots level and in a rapid-fire way. So this government is going to be a very, very, people-friendly government, with complete decision being taken in consensus and with full delivery at the doorstep of the voters. So it is going to be a different kind of a government, completely different from what happened in the last 10 years of Arvind Kejriwal, where we saw highest level of misgovernance, policy paralysis and corruption, including Sheesh Mahal, the Mohalla schemes and the plethora of schemes which have taken place. So I think after a long time, Delhi will be breathing fresh air in terms of politics. And it is no longer going to be a poisonous, vicious politics of the state government. It will be a friendly government, tuned with the agenda of the central government and with the agenda of the Honorable Prime Minister for fulfilling the mission of Viksit Bharat, Mission 2047, in which the Prime Minister has said that Delhi will be very, very important part of it.
Okay.
And Delhi would perhaps be the
all right.
main,
Point taken. My thanks to all of our guests for joining us. We're going to be continuing to track this big story after this very short break. We're back on the other side with lots more. Don't go anywhere.
को-पावर्ड बाय policybazaar.com। हर फैमिली होगी इंश्योर्ड।
बीमारी हुई तो पता लगा कि हॉस्पिटल का बिल ऑफिस के हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस से कई गुना ज्यादा है। काश मैंने हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस लिया होता।
पॉलिसी बाजार पर 1 करोड़ का हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सिर्फ 430 रुपए महीने से शुरू।
सस्ते वाले दाल मसाले स्वाद हुआ बेकार। MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल। ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े। क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
विकास पुरुष प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के मार्गदर्शन एवं माननीय मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ जी के नेतृत्व में महाकुंभ 2025 प्रयागराज बन चुका है आस्था एवं आधुनिकता का अद्भुत संगम। डिजिटल पथ से जुड़कर देश दुनिया का हर हिस्सा श्रद्धालुओं एवं पर्यटकों की यात्रा को सरल, सुगम और सुरक्षित बना रहा है। AI पर आधारित कुंभ सहायक चैटबॉट 11 भाषाओं में पर्सनल गाइड बन रहा है। आवश्यक सेवाओं के लिए QR कोड स्कैनिंग सुविधा है। अस्थायी शहर महाकुंभ नगर के हर लोकेशन और कार्यक्रमों के लिए गूगल नेविगेशन उपलब्ध है। साफ सफाई, खाने पीने, रहने एवं किसी भी तरह की सहायता के लिए महाकुंभ में डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म उपलब्ध है। इनमें महाकुंभ ऐप, वेबसाइट, QR कोड, स्कैनिंग से लेकर चैटबॉट तक की सुविधाएं हैं। पहली बार महाकुंभ में डिजिटल महाकुंभ अनुभूति केंद्र बनाया गया है। इसमें महाकुंभ के ऐतिहासिक महत्व को डिजिटल रूप में समझा जा सकता है। 45 दिनों का महापर्व नया इतिहास रचने की ओर है अग्रसर, क्योंकि ये है दिव्य भव्य डिजिटल एकता का महाकुंभ।
MDH का किचन किंग किचन में हो तो हम सब कुछ बना सकते हैं। बैंगन का भरता, आलू गोभी, भिंडी मसाला और भी बहुत कुछ।
MDH
This budget has given us a very good allocation of 2,52,000 crore.
मिडिल क्लास को तो टैक्स मुक्ति कर दी।
Biggest relief as far as income tax.
जीरा से प्यास बुझाए,
डाइजेशन के लिए मस्त, शरीर में नमक पानी का बैलेंस बनाए।
सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल्दी और जीरा सिप।
अगर आप बनना चाहते हैं एंकर या फिर आप में है जुनून एक तेज तर्रार न्यूज रिपोर्टर बनने का, तो आप ज्वाइन करें ITV और इंडिया न्यूज NewsX का मीडिया स्कूल।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
राशि की स्कूल फीस, घर का किराया, कितनी जिम्मेदारियां हैं सर पे। तुम तो टर्म लाइफ इंश्योरेंस लिए बिना ही चले गए।
पॉलिसी बाजार पे 50 लाख का टर्म लाइफ इंश्योरेंस सिर्फ 270 रुपए महीने से शुरू।
सस्ते वाले दाल मसाले स्वाद हुआ बेकार। MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल। ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े। क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
अगर आप बनना चाहते हैं एंकर या फिर आप में है जुनून एक तेज तर्रार न्यूज रिपोर्टर बनने का, तो आप ज्वाइन करें ITV और इंडिया न्यूज NewsX का मीडिया स्कूल। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का कोर्स आपको मौका देता है देश के दिग्गज एंकर्स के साथ काम करने का। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल में आप बेहद नजदीकी से देख पाएंगे किस तरह से ITV नेटवर्क के दिग्गज पत्रकारों की टीम दिन रात खबरों पर काम करती है। इस कोर्स के दौरान आप सीखेंगे एंकरिंग की एक एक बारीकी उन एंकर्स के साथ जो देश को रखते हैं हर खबर से बाखबर। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का ये कोर्स आपके एंकरिंग स्किल्स को करेगा इतना सशक्त, मजबूत, जिससे आप बनेंगे पत्रकारिता की दुनिया का वो चमकता चेहरा जो दुनिया देखेगी और पसंद करेगी।
This budget has given us a very good allocation of 2,52,000 crore.
मिडिल क्लास को तो टैक्स मुक्ति कर दी।
Biggest relief as far as income tax concession is concerned.
A very major bonanza for the middle class.
State governments are now being offered 1.5 lakh crore of interest-free loans.
You're bringing in a new income tax bill, which is wonderful, and we're looking forward to that.
The biggest boost this budget has given is perhaps to the middle class.
More important is the implementation, the serious implementation on ground now.
It's a well-rounded budget, while the social sector and growth being the major focus.
अगर आप बनना चाहते हैं एंकर या फिर आप में है जुनून एक तेज तर्रार न्यूज रिपोर्टर बनने का, तो आप ज्वाइन करें ITV और इंडिया न्यूज NewsX का मीडिया स्कूल। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का कोर्स आपको मौका देता है देश के दिग्गज एंकर्स।
Welcome back from the break. You're watching NewsX. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. We are focusing on this meeting, of course, that is taking place of the BJP Legislative Party in the national capital. The BJP all set to decide on its chief minister for Delhi. That decision is expected to be announced any moment now. The inside scoop that we've got so far is that there is going to be no deputy CM in Delhi. It's likely to be a 1 CM plus 6 minister formula. The suspense though continues. That meeting of the legislative party has begun. The observers there are present. 2 observers have been appointed by the party for this meeting, and now of course all eyes on whom the BJP will choose as the next CM for Delhi. Remember, we also of course do know that several members of Parliament of Delhi of the BJP are present in this meeting as well. Other senior leaders of the BJP are also there at the party headquarters. So clearly the top brass of the BJP Delhi unit is there. Now the big question is, who will be the CM? Joining us live at this point is Professor Madhav Narapath, editorial director of the Sunday Guardian. Professor Narapath, what's your hunch? Who could possibly lead the race to be CM? Also, what is going to be that biggest parameter the BJP will keep in mind while deciding its choice?
Well, Uday, your guess is as good as mine. But I'd like to say that in my view, the BJP leadership, that is basically the Prime Minister, the Home Minister, and the BJP President, they will choose a Chief Minister who they believe for the next term, not only this term, but the next term, can win the elections and hopefully into a third term as well. The BJP will not be anxious to get removed from power after just 5 years in office, because they have spent 27 years in Vanvas, and they would not want to spend even one day in Vanvas after this term is over. So they're likely to choose a team and a chief minister whom they believe will carry the party to victory in the next election and possibly the election after that as well, because Prime Minister Modi has always got not only a wide-angle lens, but a very telescopic lens of looking very far into the future. And from that point of view, my personal view is that the choice of Chief Minister is going to be an individual who they believe is capable of ensuring that the synergy that is now created between the state and the center will be utilized to ensure that the people of Delhi are content under him and the ministers chosen by him, and they will vote him a second time around, and possibly him or someone else a third time around, Uday. So that's my guess. It's going to be a choice, not for this term alone, but for the next term as well. That's my best guess, Uday. Thank you.
Okay, Naveen Dubey, let me rope you in here as well, political analyst who's live with us. Naveen Dubey, what are the factors that the BJP will be weighing into consideration while making this choice? Who do you believe it could be, Naveen Dubey? And also, why do you believe the BJP has decided against appointing a deputy CM for the national capital?
I think there is no need to select any deputy CM in Delhi, because there is a limit of the maximum 7 members of entire ministry and 1 chief minister and 6 minister. Number 1. Number 2, your question regarding who will be the chief minister and what type of the chief minister Delhi BJP is searching among the 48 MLAs. So I think the priority will be given to the candidate who belongs to Purvanchal and maybe from the scheduled caste or the scheduled tribe, because there are the Bihar elections ahead and BJP will keep in mind to set up there in Bihar election as well, because that election will play a major role and the CM of Delhi face, because Purvanchali voters already first time voted in favor of BJP and the government formed with the 48 assembly seats in Delhi. And another thing, if they go for any Punjabi community, Arvinder Singh, Lovely, Sirsa, and so many names are there, Tejinder Singh Marma and other faces are there from the Punjabi community as far as the ladies is concerned. Rekha Gupta, Shikha Rai is also there. and the Pravesh Verma is also a claimant for the post of the chief minister as he defeated Arvind Kejriwal. So many factors are there, but I think Mr. Modi and Mr. Shah are the key person, and they will select or pick up the candidate from out of 48 candidates, one, and I think that will be 100% from the Purvanchal or some Mr. Verma may be the chief minister of Delhi. This is the first thing. And second thing, there are a lot of challenges in Delhi because so many commitments were made by the BJP as Modi ki guarantee and guarantee pura hone ki guarantee. So there will be a big challenge, no doubt. Although you have a government in central and you have a government in state, so there will be a good combination. And what will be the role of the Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena right now? As earlier we seen a very much tug of war between the Delhi government and the Lieutenant Governor. But now the scenario is entirely changed. So what will be the role of the Lieutenant Governor as there a law was already being passed by the central government and all the powers are enhanced with the Lieutenant Governor. So, when any decision will be made there in the assembly, the file will be sent to the Lieutenant Governor for approval. I think there will not be any hurdle in approval of those files because the similar government belongs to central and state. But the challenges will be bigger as it is already been committed by the Mr. Modi and the Bharatiya Janata Party that from 8 March onwards they distribute the money among the females of the Delhi state as well as they committed for the free cylinders from 1st March. So big challenges are there and they already assured to the lights to continue the welfare policies of Aam Aadmi Party. I think the free water, free electricity, schools, better health services, Mohalla clinic, they change the name, but ultimately they have to go further along with all those welfare schemes as well as their own commitments. So it's not easy to fulfill the commitment because again now in November you will go to face the Bihar election and Bihar people will expect more from you because so many poverty is there. People are not still came up to the mainstream. So I think there might be some plan in the minds of the BJP leader and they may decide the name of the chief minister as well as they can make
all
the
right,
policy
we are
accordingly for the Bihar
news
election.
now. We are getting news now from inside the BJP MLAs meeting. Parvesh Verma and Vijender Gupta have met with the observers there in Delhi. So select MLAs are meeting the observers separately. This is the inside scoop coming in from inside the BJP office. What's happening there, Mehndi? We're learning separate meetings are taking place with Parvesh Verma and Vijender Gupta. What are the ramifications of these meetings? Mehndi Gar, can you hear me? Okay, I think we've lost Mehdi's connection there. But these are the latest updates coming in from the party headquarters. Alok Mehta, editorial director of India News, continues to be with us as well. Alok Mehta, interesting developments coming in. Parvesh Verma, Vijender Gupta meeting the observers separately. This even as the BJP legislative meeting has begun. Alok Mehta? Okay, I think we've lost him as well. Let's try and repatch our guests and reporters, please, as we are staying on this story live. Let me get in Professor Vivek Singh at this point. Professor Vivek Singh, interesting developments coming in. Parvesh Verma, Vijender Gupta having these separate meetings. Any ramifications of this meeting? Could they be in the race? Could they be ahead? What could be possibly on the agenda of these meetings with the observers?
Udayji,
these are all individuals who are in the list of contention.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, Udayji, I am saying it long that I am coming to the question, but as far as Deputy Chief Minister is concerned, I am saying that there is political compulsion. We just Manish Sisodiya example, Delhi, Maharashtra, so and UP. So I am expecting that there will be definitely Deputy Chief Minister. But as far as the Chief Ministerial candidate is concerned, from the morning I am saying that Parvesh Verma may be the next Chief Minister because ultimately you have to look at the long-term vision, experience, background, future politics, commitment, aggression of Hindutva. So all these things are very important that will be considered. And he had won against Arvind Kejriwal. So ultimately there is more chance I am thinking regarding the Pravesh Verma, and there is no doubt that I think Rekha Gupta is also in that direction. But we have to also understand that there is problem of corruption in New Delhi. There is clean water has to be supplied, clean Yamuna, clean environment, roads problem there are there. So ultimately there was also a problem with the Aam Aadmi Party, and they had requested for 10,000 crore rupees fund. So ultimately, there is social as well as environmental and economic problems with the Delhi, and the chief minister is the face of the government, and that person has to handle all these things. So ultimately, a long-term vision, commitment, and aggression. So all these things will be considered, and I am very sure that right person will be selected. And tomorrow we will see. And it will be clear within few minutes that who is going to be chief minister.
Mehndi Garg is back with us on the broadcast on the BJP office. Mehndi, what is happening there? We are learning select MLAs are holding meetings with observers separately. Mehndi, are you able to hear me? We are having a major technical trouble there, unfortunately, with our reporters. But let me bring in Dr. Suvro Kamal Datta once again. Dr. Suvro Kamal Datta, who leads the race according to you? These are very interesting developments that Vijayendra Gupta, Pravesh Verma are all having separate meetings. This even as the legislative party meeting has begun there in Delhi.
Well, this is something which is a common practice in the Bharatiya Janata Party. The senior MLAs, they do have a separate meeting with the central observers. And I understand that even Rekha Gupta and other senior MLAs, they will also have a one-to-one with the central observers, like those who have also, 11, those who have been elected in the past also. So they will be this kind of sideline meetings also. This is nothing surprising. What I understand is, like I had initially said in my initial remarks, that how the permutation combination works out for the selection of the chief minister within the Bharatiya Janata Party. I also understand that we will have a surprise phase. Do not be surprised. Tomorrow, I'm sure there will be a surprise element in the selection of the chief minister. Delhi being a quasi-state, I do not see the role of deputy chief minister in Delhi, and I understand there will not be any deputy chief minister in Delhi. We will have a CM with the cabinet. One very important factor would also be taken into consideration while selecting the face of the chief minister. It is going to be someone who will be hardcore ideologically oriented, a hardcore ideologue, brand ideologue of the
visuals coming in now of the MLAs meeting. The legislative party meeting now has begun there in the BJP headquarters. You can see there members of parliament have also been invited for this meeting. You can see all the MLAs, of course, of the BJP, all the 48 of them who have won present in this meeting, from, of course, Ravinder Negi to Tarvinder Marwa to Satish Upadhyay to Neeraj Basoya. They are all present in the room currently. Also members of parliament, Praveen Khandelwal and Manoj Tiwari and Kamalji Sherawat there as well. Meanwhile, on the stage, of course, is Baijayant Panda, the Prabhari of the BJP for Delhi. He is on the dais along with Virendra Sachdeva, who is the BJP Delhi president. The observers are also on the stage currently. Ravi Shankar Prasad, former Union Minister, and BJP National Secretary O.P. Dhankad. There you can see Basuri Swaraj, Member of Parliament as well, who is present there. So the meeting now has begun. These are the first visuals we are playing for you of the BJP Legislative Party meeting. It has now begun officially. The Delhi Chief Minister announcement is now minutes away. Minutes away, we will be hearing who the new CM of Delhi is going to be, who the leader of this legislative party is going to be now. And that person, remember, will be sworn in tomorrow by the Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena at Ramlila Maidan. So big developments, of course, coming in from the national capital, Professor Nalapat. The meeting has begun. We are seconds away from knowing who the next CM of Delhi will be. And all of this, even as tomorrow, the optics will be very clear, Professor Nalapat. At Ramlila Maidan, the venue of the swearing in. We will be seeing farmers there. We will be seeing Juggi cluster representatives there. We will be seeing auto walas there. We will be seeing the Aam Aadmi, the real Aam Aadmi of Delhi present there, along with the NDA, who will be doing a show of strength tomorrow at this BJP swearing in tomorrow, Professor Nalapat? Even as we see now Ravi Shankar Prasad on our screens now, Ravi Shankar Prasad, the observer, appointed for this legislative party meeting. He's been felicitated there. O.P. Dhankar is also now going to be felicitated. That announcement now, remember, is mere minutes away of the next Delhi CM. Yes, Professor Nalapat.
Look, Uday, I'm going to stick to my point that, frankly, my guess is as good as yours as far as who is going to be chosen by Prime Minister Modi with the help of the Home Minister Amit Shah and of course, the BJP president, national president. So there's no question in my mind that it may well be a surprise. There's no question. And, you have in Dr. Dugal and Dr. Datta two individuals who are very astute, who understand politics very well, and especially Delhi politics. I'd only like to point out that in my view, the Prime Minister has given a terse order. That terse order is reform and perform. That he's applying it to himself as well, and he's seeing a speeding up of reforms. We'll see an acceleration, a greater speeding up of that throughout his entire third term.
And the big question, of course, is, could it be a woman? The big question, of course, is, could it be a woman who could be the next CM of Delhi? Is that something that could be considered by the party, according to you, Naveen Dubey?
Well, sorry.
Professor Nalapat, go ahead. Could it be a woman? We are seeing Basuri Swaraj on our screens.
Look,
she was at the end of the day one of the contenders earlier. Then she was not given a ticket as MLA. She, of course, is a member of parliament in Delhi. Her mother has been a former CM, Sushma Swaraj. Could it be a woman in Delhi? Could it be Rekha Gupta? Could it be Shikha Rai? Professor Nalapat.
Look, I'm not sure that it will be a sitting member of parliament, but it could very well be a woman because women and youth and the underprivileged in general are very much at the forefront of Prime Minister Modi's mind and planning. So it could very well be a woman. There's no question about that. But whoever it is will be someone who is able to take the entire legislature party with him or her so that they know that this person is an able person and they acknowledge his ability. So I do believe, again, that the field is open for any one of those 48 MLAs who the Prime Minister, the Home Minister, and the BJP President believe can take the party forward into the next election successfully and perhaps even the election after that. And
right, Naveen Dubey also coming in now. Naveen Dubey, go ahead. Naveen Dubey.
Yeah, Mr. Uday, one more thing. There may be a woman CM candidate as CM from the Bharatiya Janata Party as earlier. We see when the Delhi state was formed in 1993, Sushma Swaraj ji was the first lady CM of Delhi. After that, Sheila Dikshit face was there. She drove Delhi for the 15 years almost. After that, this is the time. So, BJP may play a card with the women to show throughout the country that we are in favor of the females and the ladies and the women, and we are giving the leadership of Delhi to a lady, and she will perform there in Delhi. She will follow the complete the commitments of the Bharatiya Janata Party as Modi ki guarantee also, and they can.
Okay.
On Bengal election, they can use
and what is going to be the optics tomorrow? Professor S.K. Datta, what is going to be the optics tomorrow of that swearing-in ceremony when it does happen? More than 2 decades, after more than 2 decades, the BJP is back in power in the national capital.
Well, it is going to be a lot of pomp and show with a lot of glitter and political messaging. All the NDA chief ministers would be there with plethora of other dynamic politicians, bureaucrats, business men, as well as a crescendo of well-known faces from the Bollywood. So it is going to be talk of the town tomorrow, the oath-taking ceremony in Delhi. But before I leave your debate, I want to touch on one very important factor. That is like the new face of Delhi will be hard, ideologically very hardcore, similar to Yogi Nathji or Hemanta Biswa Sarma, because do not forget that the Bangladesh illegal migrant issues, the Bangladeshis and the Rohingyas, and the anti-CA riots, which Delhi has seen, the scar of anti-CA riots, these are major issues, and the government of India is very, very sensitive in deporting the illegal immigrants from Delhi as well as from the nook and corner of the country. And Delhi has a large percentage of illegal immigrants from Bangladesh as well as from Rohingyas. So I guess the person would be a very hardcore, committed ideological, worker of the party and the Singh Parivar. And we will see a lot of things coming in the governance as well as in the political optics of Delhi in future days. And definitely the corruption scandal of the Aam Aadmi Party, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal and his entourage, they would be taken into task. And I think very soon SIT is going to be formed on the first cabinet meeting of the new government. And I think Arvind Kejriwal would be seeing bad days ahead in coming few days' time. And my understanding is like the new Shish Mahal of Arvind Kejriwal is going to be Tihar.
Professor Vivek Singh, at the end of the day, of course, do you believe that Parvesh Verma also is still in the race? Parvesh Verma, of course, is someone who's just held a meeting with the observers. Also, Satish Upadhyay, Vijayendra Gupta also held meetings. Do you believe these are individuals who could, if they don't become CM, perhaps be part of the cabinet, be ministers or perhaps deputy CM as well?
Definitely, no doubt, Udairji. These two people are very important, Parvesh Verma and Rekha Gupta. And there is, I think, I'm sure that any one of Rekha Gupta or Parvesh Verma is going to be Chief Minister of New Delhi, and more probably Parvesh Verma is going to be Chief Minister. But while deciding the factor, there are many other factors that we have to consider, because ultimately Chief Minister is going to be faced, and the person has to work for more than 5 years, and especially for a second or third term. So ideological concept, long-term vision, future politics.
To Mehndi Garg, let me go back to Mehndi Garg, who's live with us from BJP headquarters. Mehndi, the meeting has now begun formally. What's the inside track? What are you hearing from inside? What's happening there? How many seconds away are we from hearing who the next Chief Minister of Delhi will be? Who is ahead in the race? Mehndi, there were these parallel meetings happening with the observers and certain select MLAs. What are the ramifications of this meeting?
Anytime the name of the CM can be announced by the BJP, and you can see, the visuals from the BJP office, there is a sense of, excitement in all the Karyakartas, as well as at any time the BJP name can be announced. And, according to the sources that we're getting to know, Rekha Gupta has been finalized for the post of the Chief Minister, and Vijayendra Gupta can be chosen as the Speaker, and Parvesh Verma can be the Deputy Chief Minister. These are what we're getting to know.
So big developments you're telling us. Sources are telling NewsX that Rekha Gupta is ahead in the race to be Delhi Chief Minister. That means perhaps a woman Chief Minister for Delhi. That's what sources are indicating to us. Rekha Gupta is ahead for the race for CM. Parvesh Verma is ahead in the race for Deputy CM. So there could be a Deputy CM after all in Delhi. Parvesh Verma is ahead in that race. And Vijayendra Gupta is ahead for the race to be Speaker of the House. He's of course a senior MLA. Mehndi, big developments coming in that you're hearing through your sources.
Well, indeed, Uday, these are the big developments from the meeting that is happening inside the Legislative Party meet, where the sources telling us that Rekha Gupta almost has been finalized as the Chief Minister for Delhi, and talking about the Speaker post, Vijayendra Gupta can be chosen as the Speaker, and there is a chance that Parvesh Verma can be chosen as the Deputy CM. So we are going inside, because in some time the observers will come out of the party meet and will announce the name of the Chief Minister. So these are the happenings that are going on right now in the party.
So the decision has been taken, Mehndi. The decision has been taken. The media is now being called in for the official announcement. The decision has been taken on who perhaps could be the next Delhi CM. As you are saying, any time now that decision could be announced officially. Rekha Gupta ahead for CM, Parvesh Verma ahead for Deputy CM, and Vijayendra Gupta ahead for Speaker.
Well, indeed, Udit, the decision has been made in the party meeting because right now the media is inside because only the announcement is left. And as per the sources to NewsX, that we are getting to know that Rekha Gupta will be the next CM of Delhi. And you can see we are inside. So decision has been taken by the party leaders, by the observers in the legislative party meet. It's just the announcement that is yet to make. And you can see that there is a sense of excitement at the party office right now. And, it is just, we can say, minutes is left, some minutes is left for the observers to come out of the meeting area and to announce the name of the chief minister. So you can see the huge crowd that is here at the party office right now, because at any time now the observers and the party leaders can come outside to make the big announcement that who will be the chief minister. But from the meeting that is happening inside, our sources is telling us that the finalization has come to an end and Rekha Gupta is chosen as the chief minister.
Now let's just talk while we await that official.
The declaration will happen.
While we await that official announcement, let's just talk for a minute about Rekha Gupta. Just tell us a bit about her. It would be a very interesting decision if the BJP would go in for a woman chief minister in Rekha Gupta. Give us a bit more details about Rekha Gupta. Mehendi. Also, tell us a bit about Vijender Gupta. He's of course a very senior MLA. He's won the last 3 elections. Interestingly, even when there was an up wave, Vijender Gupta used to win. So he's of course the MLA from Rohini. Tell us a bit about him and his seniority, which perhaps could lead him to be speaker. And of course, fill us in on Parvesh Verma, the 2-time BJP MP. He was sent in to fight against Arvind Kejriwal, the former Delhi CM, and it seems he's going to be rewarded now. If this news is correct, if he does indeed become Deputy CM. Let's just talk about these 3 names for a second, Mehendi.
Yes, so they're talking about Rekha Gupta, who can be chosen as the chief minister. Then yes, she has been chosen as the MLA from the Shalimar Bagh constituency, and she is a women face. That was the priority of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and also the RSS, because according to the sources, the RSS was pressurizing the BJP for choosing a women face, and it is expected if Rekha Gupta is chosen that BJP and RSS has come together to this common point and choose Rekha Gupta as the chief minister. And not only this, Rekha Gupta holds a very big support from the Shalimar Bagh and a very strong hold in her particular constituency, and she has been the Parshad from that constituency as well, and she is we can say a very a very important leader of the BJP rather. So talking about the second name, Uday, the Parvesh Verma, who can be chosen as the Deputy CM. He is the most influential face, we can say, who participated in these elections. He is a former MP, and also he won from the New Delhi Assembly constituency, which was one of the most VVIP seats, and there he defeated Arvind Kejriwal and win from that particular seat. And he comes from a very a big legacy of Sahib Singh Verma, who was the former chief minister, and also he holds a very strong hold in the Jat community. So yes, Parvesh Verma is also a very strong contender. His name was earlier discussed for this for the post of chief minister, but right now, according to the sources that we are getting to know, that he can be made as the deputy chief minister. And the third name is the Vijender Gupta, who can be chosen as the Vidhan Sabha speaker. Uday, then Vijender Gupta is a very senior leader of the BJP, who was the strong hold of the BJP, we can say, when BJP was not into power from the last 27 years, and also when there was a wave of Arvind Kejriwal, when there was a strong hold of Aam Aadmi Party in the national capital, then Vijender Gupta managed to win from Rohini seat back to back. So yes, he is one of the most important factors in the Bharatiya Janata Party, and he has been chosen as the third time MLA from Rohini seat. And not only this, he was also chosen, rather, the leader of opposition by the BJP. So these are the 3 contenders, the 3 leaders that are into consideration right now. And according to the sources that we are getting to know, any time the senior leaders will come out of that party meeting and will announce the name of the chief minister, the deputy CM, and also the Vidhan Sabha speaker. So according to the sources, Rekha Gupta is finalized for the post of the chief minister, Parvesh Verma for deputy CM, and Vijender Gupta for Vidhan Sabha speaker. These are what our sources telling us today, and this will be a very, very big move from the Bharatiya Janata Party side to choose a women candidate as their chief minister. So yes, these are the latest.
And that's something interesting, because we did see how the outgoing CM also is a woman, Mehendi. Atishi was a woman. She tried to, of course, play the woman card. That's what the AAP tried to do. It didn't work. They lost the elections. But interesting that the BJP has also gone in for a woman, because obviously what we did see was, despite the fact that there was a woman chief minister, women of Delhi have supported the BJP, as they have in multiple other states as well of the country.
Well, indeed, Uday, talking about that, then yes, Atishi was the former chief minister as a women face, and not only Atishi, Uday, also the Delhi has a, we can say, history of having women chief minister. Whether we talk about the Sheila Dikshit's time, she was, we can say, a phenomenal chief minister for the national capital from the Congress party, and not only Sheila Dikshit, but Sushma Swaraj from the Bharatiya Janata Party also served as the CM.
Yes.
So Delhi has a history of having the women chief ministers in, in some times, and now Rekha Gupta, if BJP chooses once again a women chief minister as Rekha Gupta, so it will be a big message that BJP will be giving to the women, or not only Delhi, Uday, but also all over India, because women are a very big vote bank, we can say, of the BJP, and earlier in the elections as well, women were the game changer in Maharashtra elections as well. So it will be a very big message, and as per the history of the national capital, Uday,
yes.
as well.
Yes. We are now waiting. We are now waiting for that official announcement. It could happen any second now. You can see there, of course, it seems that that meeting has pretty much ended. A decision has been taken. And even as we await the official announcement, we have to see whether the media is going to be taken inside the room where the meeting was happening for that announcement, or whether the observers or other senior leaders will come outside and brief the media on this decision. But sources indicating to us the decision is almost final now. Rekha Gupta is highly likely to be the next chief minister of Delhi. Parvesh Verma is highly likely to be the next deputy CM of Delhi, and Vijayendra Gupta is highly likely to be the next speaker of Delhi. Now let me quickly draw you in here to this big development. Joyita Basu, editor of the Sunday Guardian. Joyita, if it is this decision that is now final, as it seems it is, then what are the ramifications of that decision? Delhi, interestingly, getting yet another. Okay, we are now putting it out as official. Rekha Gupta is going to be the chief minister of Delhi. It is official now. We put it out through our sources. We had broken that news for you first right here on NewsX a short while back. Now it is official. Rekha Gupta is going to be the chief minister of Delhi now under this new BJP government. Rekha Gupta has been elected as the chief of the BJP's legislative party. She is now the head of the BJP's legislative party, which means that she will be sworn in tomorrow as the new chief minister of Delhi. Rekha Gupta is going to be the new CM of Delhi. BJP ending its more than 2-decade banvas in Delhi, and they've decided to go in with a woman. Rekha Gupta, let me quickly tell our viewers, is of course the MLA from Shalimar Bagh. She won that seat with a whopping margin of almost 30,000 votes, which is considerable, considering that the Delhi Vidhan Sabhas are not too big. So 30,000 was her margin. She defeated the Aam Aadmi Party's Bandana Kumari by 29,595 votes to be precise. She's been a former DUSU president as well. She's been president of the Delhi University Students' Union in the year 1996 to 97. She was then a Delhi councillor. She won from the Uttari Pitampura ward in 2007. She was then again elected as Delhi councillor in 2012 from the North Pitampura ward. So she's worked her way up. She became MLA for the first time in 2025. So first time MLA actually becoming now the new chief minister of Delhi. Big developments coming in. Let me bring you in here, Joyita Basu. It's a woman that the BJP has decided to go in, and that woman is none other than Rekha Gupta. Joyita, what do you make of this big decision? Your first comment.
Well, more than being a woman, what impresses me is that, a lady who was a councillor, a municipal councillor, she has risen up to become chief minister, MLA and then chief minister. Now, this is no mean feat. You know, this is actually democratization of power, that she was basically an unknown face for even
She's
for
a first
Delhi.
time MLA.
Yeah, she's a first time MLA, and as I said, you know, from corporate.
रेखा जी जो है कि बड़ी जुझारू है, जमीन से जुड़ी हुई नेता है। नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने बहुत सोच समझ के हमें सीएम बनाया है। हमारे लिए बहुत भाग्यशाली है कि शालीमार बाग से उन्हें विधायक बनाया गया है। जय सिया राम। बधाई हो रेखा गुप्ता को, बहुत बहुत बधाई हो। जय हो रेखा गुप्ता। ये हम दिल्ली वालों की बड़ी अच्छी किस्मत है जो हमें एक मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में रेखा गुप्ता जी मिली है।
हम पार्टी के शीर्ष नेता का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देते हैं, जिन्होंने हमारी बहन रेखा गुप्ता को मुख्यमंत्री की जिम्मेवारी दी है। वो पार्टी का नाम और हमारे शालीमार बाग का नाम रोशन करेंगी। बहन रेखा
मैम क्या कहेंगे, एक महिला सीएम बनी है दिल्ली की, क्या कुछ कहेंगे?
और हम परिवार उनके लिए बहुत खुश हैं, और दिल्ली को जिस कार्य की उम्मीद थी अब रेखा भाभी ये काम करके दिखाएंगी, और हमारे लिए बहुत खुशी की बात है कि आज वो इस पोजीशन पे पहुंची हैं। मेरा नाम निधि गुप्ता है, मैं उनकी छोटी देवरानी हूँ, मैं उनकी छोटी देवरानी।
बहुत मेहनत भी करी।
Fireworks erupting there outside the residence of Rekha Gupta as her family and supporters celebrate. Obviously, they are jubilant with this announcement. Let me join Professor Madhav Nalapad. Professor Madhav Nalapad, Delhi getting, interestingly, not its first, not its second, but its fourth woman chief minister now in Rekha Gupta, who's just been elected as the BJP legislative party head.
Well, you remember we were discussing that it could very well be a woman chief minister, but it was my view that it would not be a sitting member of parliament. It would obviously have to be from among the legislative assembly. And Rekha Gupta clearly is a very disciplined party worker. As Joyita has very correctly said, she has risen from the ranks and she has shown herself to be a disciplined soldier of the BJP. At the same time, she would be having excellent linkages with the RSS. And the RSS and the BJP are working in close synchronization together. That is a very, very, very welcome development. And that is something that is very helpful to both the BJP as well as the RSS, that they are working in a synchronized manner. But I think that is what the Indian public.
एक बार थोड़ा यहाँ से व्यवस्था बनानी पड़ेगी।
जनता पार्टी के सम्मान की बात है और दिल्ली के सम्मान की बात है, विकास करेगी।
दिल्ली की महिला को देखिए, महिला सम्मान सबसे बड़ा प्रायोरिटी है भाजपा का। रेखा गुप्ता को विधायक दल का नेता बनने की, दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री पद पे बैठने की बहुत बहुत बधाई।
Let me also quickly join, even as those reactions, of course, pour in from the MLAs to this big decision, of course, which has been taken. Let me also get in Rishi Bagri, political analyst on the broadcast. Rishi, the BJP weighed its decisions, weighed its options through for many, many days, but finally has decided to go in for a first-time MLA, to go in for a woman in Rekha Gupta. What do you make of this big decision that has been taken by the party and what its ramifications are going to be on the Delhi governance ahead?
So I think Rekha Gupta is a first-time MLA and she's also the first-time Chief Minister. And she's coming without any baggages. She's a grassroots worker who has rose in the ranks, and she was also working as a councillor. She was also a mayor in the South Delhi, so she understands Delhi quite well. So low-profile person, a grassroots person coming from the RSS background, that is the basic, all the right box were tick marked for her. And then obviously they were looking for a female chief minister, because NDA doesn't have a single female chief minister. So this also actually had a very big advantage that they have a representation of a woman chief minister in their fold. So I think that is one thing. And basically they are looking for someone who can basically have a proper coordination with the center and bring all the central schemes, bring all the central funds, do all the development which center want to do in the Delhi without any hindrance. So I think they never wanted a person with any baggages, but they wanted a very efficient person, a low profile person who can take the Delhi forward. I think this is exactly what the Rekha Gupta epitomized right now. And I think this is a very good decision which has been taken by, from the leadership, actually.
And as I was saying earlier, Rishi Bagri, obviously we did see. Okay, Yogendra Chandolia speaking, BJP Member of Parliament. Let's listen.
जी ने राष्ट्रीय नेतृत्व ने हमारे प्रदेश अध्यक्ष जी ने हमारे
All right, Yogendra Chandolia speaking there, BJP Member of Parliament. Of course, the MLAs are streaming out of the meeting now. The meeting has, of course, ended, and it resulted in, of course, this big decision being taken of Rekha Gupta being appointed as the new Delhi CM. Let me also quickly get you in here, Rishi. As I was saying earlier, the fact was that Delhi had a woman CM in Atishi, but obviously we're getting now more official news coming in. So Parvesh Verma will be the new the new Deputy CM of Delhi. That's also some more information coming in now. Parvesh Verma will be Deputy CM of Delhi. But coming back to, of course, that decision of Rekha Gupta for a second, Rishi Bagri, because we saw a woman in Atishi who was Chief Minister of Delhi. However, the women of Delhi did not vote for the Aam Aadmi Party in big numbers at all. They voted for the BJP, as they have in other states as well. And obviously the BJP, perhaps that's why also weighing this option of making a woman as CM.
So basically, the problem with the Atishi as a CM was that everybody knew that she was controlled by the Kejriwal. I mean, it was a Kejriwal who was actually, Arvind Kejriwal, who was a de facto chief minister, but since he was having some criminal cases going on, so he cannot take the chair. So he has basically put Atishi on his chair. So everybody understood the game, that Atishi is more of a shadow chief minister, whereas the real chief minister is Arvind Kejriwal. So this is
हमारे विधायक बैठे हैं, थोड़ा सा अनुशासन बना के रखें. हाँ, अंदर ही हूँ. प्रियंका. नीचे करो, क्या विधायक दल के नेता के रूप में चुना गया. 3 प्रस्तावक थे वरिष्ठ नेता प्रदेश सतीश उपाध्याय जी और वीरेंद्र गुप्ता जी. अनाउंस भी कर रहे हैं रविशंकर प्रसाद. लोगों ने अनुमोदन किया, कर दिया. ऊपर करो भाई, ऊपर. फ्रीज यार, फ्रीज कैसे हो गया? सर्वानुमति से अरे फ्रीज आ रहा है. अब हम सभी जा रहे हैं राजभवन. अरे रुक जाओ. सर्वर 7 नहीं है, कर फ्रीज आ रहा है. मिल रहा है. अब आ रहे थोड़ा सा लेफ्ट साइड. अभी रुको. अब आ रहा 14 सर्वर 14 मिल रहा है. सर्वर 14 मुझे बाहर जाने दो. सर्वर 14 नरेंद्र यार बाइट हो रही है उधर। अरे हटा यार।
मीडिया के बंधुओं से निवेदन है कि थोड़ा सा डिसिप्लिन रखें।
ऊपर कर लो। बहुत आप सबके आशीर्वाद सहयोग और दिल की गहराई से आभार व्यक्त करते हैं।
बस बाद में करेंगे, बाद में करेंगे।
All right, BJP there, of course, making that decision official now. You just heard Ravi Shankar Prasad, who of course was one of the 2 observers appointed by the BJP, saying that this was of course a name which was proposed by senior MLAs of the party and was unanimously supported by all other MLAs and senior leaders present in that legislative party meeting. The decision was unanimous. Rekha Gupta has of course been officially elected as their BJP legislative party head in Delhi. Also, of course, remember the swearing in ceremony will happen tomorrow morning. Rekha Gupta will be sworn in tomorrow by the Delhi Lieutenant Governor. Let me quickly go back across to you, Joyita Basu. Joyita, you know, there were many names doing the rounds. What do you believe has resulted in Rekha Gupta's finalization? Of course, the fact that she is a woman. Of course, the fact that she is from the RSS, very active member of the RSS reportedly. Also, interestingly, involved in the organization of the party. I think she is the vice president of the BJP Mahila Morcha as well, if I am not mistaken. Also, someone who, as you were saying earlier, has risen through the ranks.
Yeah, I think that is what really, because you see, when you were thinking of the names that were in contention of the Chief Minister's post, we were hearing the names of several MLAs, and all of them had very similar background in terms of they were very low profile, they are grassroots people, they are grassroots political workers, they have worked on the ground, they are very close to the RSS and very disciplined party workers they have been. I mean, no one even knows their name perhaps, but yes, at their local level people knew them. So, all the names interestingly, except for I think Vijender Gupta, who is kind of known among the national audience, except for them, all the other names are also very, very, very similar. So, I guess
let me just tell you, let me just quickly correct that right now the only official decision that has been taken is Rekha Gupta.
Okay.
There is no official decision on Vijender Gupta or Parvesh Verma's name. That's still source space news coming in.
No, what I am saying is that when Vijender Gupta's name was being mentioned as a possible CM candidate, perhaps he was a bit of an outlier in the sense that he was more well known than the other names. But the fact is that most of the names that we were hearing about, because of BJP's the tendency to pick unknown names, from among the workers to reward them and make them chief minister. We have seen it happen in Madhya Pradesh, in Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh. We have seen this happen in all the other places. So, we were expecting something similar. So, I would say in this case, Rekha Gupta's that gender issue came into the final decision. So, otherwise I would say it could have been anyone else given the similar profile that all these leaders have.
Yes, okay. Let me in fact quickly also go back across to Mehndi Garg on ground there. Mehndi, big decision of course being taken. Rekha Gupta is now going to be the next Chief Minister of Delhi. The BJP has made that official now. What are the first reactions you're picking up from the party office?
नहीं वैसे जो है वो जब हम वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट की बात करते हैं और बहुत बढ़िया तरीके से काम होंगे दिल्ली में उनकी लीडरशिप में
जी
लगातार
Mehndi, if you're able to hear me, you're getting those reactions there. I think you were speaking with Kailash Gehlot. Tell us what the first reactions you're picking up from on ground there are.
Yes, Uday, right now. Yes, Uday, right now all the party leaders and the newly appointed MLAs are coming out of the meeting, and you can see the visuals, and we have talked to Kailash Gehlot exclusively, and not only Kailash Gehlot, Kamaljeet Sehrawat and also, you know, Mohan Singh Bisht. Everyone is very happy of choosing the women face as their chief minister, and you can see the visuals as well, and we'll try to talk to more people there, because right now the reactions are continuously coming and the MLAs are coming out of the, you know, the meeting. You can see Bansuri Swaraj has also come out right now. We'll try to talk to her as well, that what she thinks of choosing the women CM right now. So you can see that Bansuri Swaraj is giving her statement, and we'll try to talk to her as well there. You can see, you know, all the party leaders are coming outside, and Rekha Gupta has been chosen as the chief minister right now. So we'll try to talk to Bansuri Swaraj right now. There you can see that we are with Bansuri Swaraj, and everybody is very happy right now of choosing Rekha Gupta as the chief minister, and you know, the party leaders are saying that it will be a very big message from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Ma'am, we'll try to talk to her, Uday, right now. Bansuri Swaraj is with us, and we'll try to have a statement from her on choosing women, Rekha Gupta, as the chief minister for the national capital. You can see that the excitement is overall. Ma'am, how do you see women face chosen as the CM?
I am elated, and many congratulations to my elder sister Rekha Gupta जी. मैं जानती हूँ कि वो विकास का एक नया अध्याय दिल्ली में रेखांकित करेंगे आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के कुशल नेतृत्व में. Thank you.
What message BJP is trying to give to the people of Delhi by choosing a women face?
विकास, विकास और विकास.
Right now, so we exclusively talked with MP Bansuri Swaraj, and you can see the excitement over her face as well, that BJP has chosen Rekha Gupta for development. These were the words of MP Bansuri Swaraj, and you know, Rekha Gupta, the newly appointed chief minister, has right now left from the party office, and it is expected today that all the leaders along with Rekha Gupta will now you know, visit the LG to represent that they will make the government. So yes, these are the latest that we are tracking right now. Visuals we'll try to show again. The leaders are coming out, and we'll try to talk to more people there right now as well. See, we'll try to, you know, sir, Rekha Gupta पर मुहर लग गई है, कल शपथ लेंगी, किस तरीके से देख रहे हैं?
देखिए, बहुत अच्छा है कि एक महिला मुख्यमंत्री और बहुत ही अच्छी एक कार्यकर्ता को हमारे नेतृत्व ने, हमारे विधायक सभी ने मिलकर विधायक दल का नेता चुना है, और वो कल दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री बनने जा रही हैं. ये हमारे दिल्ली के लिए बहुत अच्छी खबर है, और आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में दिल्ली बहुत अच्छे से विकसित होगी, और जो दिल्ली में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर 10 साल में खत्म हुआ है उसका निर्माण किया जाए.
सर, क्या इस मीटिंग में डिप्टी सीएम, स्पीकर और कैबिनेट मंत्रियों को लेकर भी बातचीत हुई?
जी नहीं, देखिए, ये अभी विधायक दल के नेता का चयन हुआ है, और इसके बाद आगे की प्रक्रिया पार्टी शुरू करेगी.
Thank you, sir. So there we'll try to take more statements from the newly appointed MLAs right now. See, these are the visuals we are showing you outside the party office. Ashish Sood is also here. We'll try to talk to him as well, that what he thinks of you know, choosing the women, the Rekha Gupta, as the chief minister of the national capital. So Ashish Sood is with us. Sir, Rekha Gupta कल शपथ लेने वाली है, किस तरीके से देखते हैं, क्या कहेंगे, दिल्ली की जनता को क्या मैसेज?
22 साल बाद भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सीएम शपथ लेगा, और विकसित भारत की, विकसित दिल्ली का रास्ता खुलेगा.
सर, एक महिला चेहरा चुनने के पीछे क्या रणनीति है भाजपा की, क्या मैसेज?
48 कमल के बियरर्स थे, उसमें से एक चुना गया है. उसे आप महिला पुरुष करके आंकना चाहती है, यू आर फ्री टू डू दैट. आउट ऑफ 48 फ्लैग बियरर्स ऑफ द कमल, one has been selected.
सर, इस मीटिंग में क्या डिप्टी सीएम और कैबिनेट मंत्रियों को लेकर
आदमी से सवाल पूछ रही हैं आप?
Okay, so this was Ashish Sood, Uday, and he told that no discussions have still been made on Deputy CM and the Speaker and the Cabinet Ministers in this particular meeting right now. But all the leaders are sounding very happy, and they are saying that Rekha Gupta has been chosen by the party leadership. Tarvinder Singh Marwa is also with us, and we'll try to have a statement with by him also, Uday, that what he thinks. Sir, Rekha Gupta कल शपथ लेने वाली है, क्या एक मैसेज देना चाहती है भारतीय जनता पार्टी रेखा गुप्ता को?
देखो, मोदी जी का जो फैसला है मोदी जी के अंदर एक भगवान की रूह है, आत्मा, क्योंकि वो जो फैसला ले रहे हैं कार्यकर्ता के हक के ले रहे हैं। हमारा करतारपुर कॉरिडोर मोदी जी के आगे किसी ने डिमांड नहीं की थी। उन्होंने कहा गुरु नानक देव महाराज जी यहाँ पर अंतिम समय बिताया, तो कॉरिडोर खोला, लाखों श्रद्धालु जाते हैं, सुबह जाते हैं, शाम को दर्शन करके आ जाते हैं। इसी करके मैंने कांग्रेस छोड़ी। जब से कॉरिडोर खुला करतारपुर का तो मैंने कांग्रेस छोड़ दी।
तो सर रेखा गुप्ता के नाम पे सभी विधायकों की सहमति से ये नाम चूज किया गया है?
हाँ, सभी विधायकों ने जिंदाबाद मोदी जी की है, उन्होंने सर्वसम्मति से पास किया। एक भी विधायक ने नहीं कहा, क्योंकि मोदी जी का फैसला अटल फैसला है। मोदी जी की गारंटी अटल गारंटी है। मोदी जी ऐसे शख्स है जो कार्यकर्ता की बात को समझते हैं कि कार्यकर्ता क्या चाहता है। आज कार्यकर्ता चाहता था कि हमारे में से कोई एमएलए बने, तो बना। और पहली बार जो रेखा गुप्ता जी बनी है, पहली बार एमएलए बनी है, मुख्यमंत्री बन गई है। महिलाओं का सम्मान भी है और मोदी जी ने कार्यकर्ता की बात भी रखी।
Right. So this was Tarvinder Singh Marwa who talked with us exclusively, and he said that it was the decision by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and also all the newly appointed MLAs gave their thumbs up on Rekha Gupta's name, and after that the name was finalized in this legislative party meeting. And you know, other MLAs are also coming out of the party office right now. Uday, we'll talk to more MLAs that what message BJP is trying to give on choosing Rekha Gupta and the women CM, the women CM. Manoj Tiwari has also come out of the party meeting. Uday, you can see the visuals. We'll try to talk to him as well, but still we'll show you the visuals again and talk about Rekha Gupta again. Uday, then Rekha Gupta's background is very strong if we talk about that, because she is very close with the RSS. She is a women face. Her background is from Haryana. She has a very strong hold in Shalimar Bagh, from where she is the MLA. And not only this, she was chosen a two-time Parshad from Shalimar Bagh as well. So she, we can say, has a very big legacy from the Bharatiya Janata Party and is a very senior leader, we can say. But she has been chosen for the very first time as the Chief Minister, and also she is the first time MLA as well. So big decisions have been taken by the Bharatiya Janata Party by the concession of all the newly elected MLAs in this legislative party meet. And this decision, as per the leaders who we talked to, they said that it was a decision taken by the High Command, the senior leaders, the party leadership, and all of them agreed and came to one point and decided Rekha Gupta as the Chief Minister for New Delhi. But still speculations are high over the Deputy CM and the Speaker face and the Cabinet Ministers, because according to the leaders that we talked to, they said that no such discussion has happened right now in this legislative meet, but it will be clarified in some time that who will be chosen and will there be a Deputy CM or not. Still this speculation remains. Again, we'll show you the visuals once again, Uday, for our viewers, that what all is happening at the party office right now. There is a the people are full of excitement and they're coming out of the party office. We have with us Karnail Singh. We'll talk to him that what he thinks on Rekha Gupta being chosen as the Chief Minister. Sir, कल रेखा गुप्ता शपथ लेने वाली है, किस तरीके से देखते हैं ये डिसीजन सर्वसम्मति से लिया गया?
बिल्कुल सर्वसम्मति से लिया गया और उच्च नेतृत्व का बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूँ, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का धन्यवाद करता हूँ। एक मातृशक्ति को नेतृत्व करने के लिए दिया, बहुत सुंदर है।
सर, ये क्या मैसेज देना चाहती है बीजेपी इस मुख्यमंत्री के चेहरे चुनने के बाद? महिला चेहरा है, रेखा गुप्ता है, क्या मैसेज है?
महिला शक्तिकरण, सशक्तिकरण, महिला का सम्मान और मातृशक्ति का नेतृत्व दूसरे स्थान पर लेके जाएगा विश्व को।
सर, डिप्टी सीएम, कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर, स्पीकर को लेकर कोई बातचीत हुई इस मीटिंग में, या कोई नाम जो है वो प्रस्ताव में रखा गया?
नहीं, अभी ऐसी कोई चर्चा नहीं हुई है, वो कल ही होगा, शपथ के समय होगा सर।
Thank you so much, sir. So this was Karnail Singh, and he said that women empowerment is one of the message that BJP is trying to give by choosing Rekha Gupta as the new Chief Minister. After 27 years of there, BJP has gained majority, and we can say victory, thumping victory in the national capital, and big decisions, because earlier the women CM from the Bharatiya Janata Party was Sushma Swaraj, who was, for some time served as the Chief Minister, but but it is a historic move because once again after we can say after Sheila Dikshit, after Sushma Swaraj, after Atishi, Rekha Gupta, once again a women CM has been chosen as the Chief Minister for the national capital. Once again we'll try to talk to other leaders as well. We are showing you the visuals as well for our viewers to have an understanding that what is happening at the party office right now. The excitement is very high. Manoj Tiwari is here. We'll try to talk to him as well that what he thinks on BJP choosing Rekha Gupta as the CM. So this is a very big and a historic decision today, we can say, and all the party leaders seems very happy, and as per the leaders that we talked to today, then it was a consensus decision, and Rekha Gupta's name was decided by the party's leadership, and then all the leaders, all the newly elected MLAs agreed on that, and then they chose Rekha Gupta as the CM. Big announcements. Tomorrow will be a big day because swearing-in ceremony will take place, and Rekha Gupta will take oath from Ramlila Maidan at 12 p.m. But tomorrow, Uday, it will be interesting to see that who will take oath as the cabinet ministers, who will take oath as the deputy CM. So these are the discussions that are underway right now. Still now, we'll talk to Manoj Tiwari, the MP. See, next we'll talk to him, Uday. But till then, if we talk about Rekha Gupta once again, then Uday, she is the first-time MLA from the Shalimar Bagh, and not only that, she has a very strong hold in the Shalimar Bagh constituency. And after the women chief ministers, we can say the three women chief minister, Delhi has got the fourth women chief minister as Rekha Gupta. Sir, किस तरीके से देख रहे हैं रेखा गुप्ता कल शपथ लेने वाली है, क्या एक मैसेज देने की कोशिश?
नहीं, बहुत बधाई है। कल सारी महिलाएं आए, हम आप सबको बुलाते हैं। एक महिला मुख्यमंत्री रेखा गुप्ता एक बहुत ही योग्य महिला, और हम उसके नेतृत्व में, बहन रेखा के नेतृत्व में दिल्ली को सजाएंगे।
सर, ये डिसीजन सर्वसम्मति से लिया गया?
सर्वसम्मति, बड़ा उत्साह है, बहुत खुशी है।
और सर, डिप्टी सीएम कैबिनेट मंत्रियों को लेकर कोई चर्चा हुई?
कुछ नहीं।
Okay, so this was MP Manoj Tiwari Uday that we talked to exclusively on NewsX, and it has been said by all party leaders in one voice that this decision has been taken on the consensus of each and every party leader, all the newly appointed MLAs, and as per the sources that we were telling our viewers earlier, Uday, that Rekha Gupta can be the CM. Now the final announcement has been made by the BJP, and tomorrow at Ramlila Maidan, Rekha Gupta, the MLA from Shalimar Bagh, will take oath at 12 p.m. So these are the big developments that we are tracking right now. Some of the MLAs are also here who have come out from the party meeting. We'll also try to talk to them, Uday. But yes, once again, it is very historic that BJP will get once again a women chief minister, rather we can say have got a women chief minister once again. Sir, महिला मुख्यमंत्री कल शपथ लेने वाली हैं, क्या मैसेज देने की कोशिश की गई है भारतीय जनता पार्टी की तरफ से?
देखिए, हम वैसे तो बराबरी की बात करते हैं, लेकिन मोदी जी का एक सपना था कि देश की आधी आबादी को भी प्रतिनिधित्व मिले। वो प्रतिनिधित्व पूर्ण हुआ, और पूर्ण हुआ इस नाते दिल्ली में अब महिला मुख्यमंत्री होगी। बहन रेखा गुप्ता को ढेर सारी बधाई, और मोदी जी के सारे सपने पूर्ण हों। जो योजनाओं में मोदी जी ने दिल्ली की महिलाओं को प्रमुख स्थान दिया था, वो अब पूरे होने के चांसेस एकदम बढ़ गए हैं।
सर, क्या इस मीटिंग में डिप्टी सीएम, स्पीकर, कैबिनेट मंत्री, इनको लेकर भी बात?
नथिंग हैज बीन डिस्कस्ड लाइक दैट। अभी केवल सीएम का चेहरा घोषित हुआ है, और वो आपके सामने है।
तो सर, पार्टी में खुशी है रेखा गुप्ता को चुनने की?
खुशी है, बिल्कुल खुशी है। मेरे को तो और ज्यादा खुशी है, क्योंकि रेखा गुप्ता जी चांदनी चौक लोकसभा से हैं, और विद्यार्थी परिषद में मेरी सहयोगी रही है, साथी रही है। मैं तो बहुत खुश हूँ।
So, Uday, these are the statements that we are getting from the newly appointed MLAs, and the happiness is very evident on their faces because a consensual decision has been taken on Rekha Gupta's name to choose her as the chief minister for New Delhi. And also we can say after 27 years BJP has come into power in the national capital, and a historic decision has been taken to choose Rekha Gupta as the women chief minister. and tomorrow she will take oath from the Ramlila ground, which is also a historic place there, because earlier Arvind Kejriwal was seen taking oath for 3 times from that particular place. But tomorrow, Rekha Gupta, the women's CM, the BJP CM of the national capital, will take oath from Ramlila ground at 12 p.m. Tomorrow, Uday, we'll try to talk to some other MLAs, some leaders, the MPs, once again, who will come outside the party meeting, and still the observers are yet to come outside. We'll try to talk to them as well, because, observers played a very important role, a crucial role in choosing, the name of the CM, and they had thorough discussions with all the newly appointed MLAs in this particular legislative meet. So yes. Maximum voices will try to get on NewsX that what all thought have been put up to choose Rekha Gupta.
Absolutely.
And was it a mutual discussion from the, the MLAs, the MPs, and also the senior leadership, and what is the message that BJP is trying to give after choosing the women's CM Rekha Gupta for national capital? Yes, Uday.
Good job, Mehendi Garg, with those with that live reporting there, those ground reports and multiple interviews that you just got us of several of the MLAs and MPs speaking to NewsX exclusively there. I'll allow you a second to catch your breath. I'll come back to you because there are some more MLAs who are still coming out and you're going to try and catch them, I'm sure, as well. But let me quickly join Sumit Peer, political commentator, as well onto the broadcast. Sumit, Rekha Gupta, finally the decision being taken by the BJP, first-time legislator from Shalimar Bagh, someone who's risen through the ranks, was DUSU president, worked hard in the ABVP, also of course has been a councillor as well, so she's truly risen from the ranks. She's been involved with the Mahila Morcha, in the organization. She's also been an active member of the RSS. She pretty much ticked all the boxes, which is what led to her choice. What do you make of it?
Uday, first of all, congratulations to Rekha Gupta ji, and it's a very, very big win for BJP and the decisive leadership of Modi ji, because by giving Rekha Gupta ji the first time MLA directly making her as the chief minister, this is the trend what we have seen in the last 4-5 states. The trend has continued. The biggest thing what is here, what we were discussing in the past, it will be a chota neta. It won't have one of those tall pictures, those big stalwarts, big heavyweights we are talking about. So when you make a first time neta, a first time MLA into a chief minister, you are motivating the whole cadre. The whole cadre gets energized because everybody thinks कि मेरा number भी आ सकता है. So that is the kind of motivation, that is the kind of euphoria what you are building. And now if you look at Rekha Gupta ji, you are looking at next 15 to 20 years of politics. So this is the change. So again, you had Rekha Gupta ji being a female, a lot of females voted for BJP in Maharashtra, in Haryana and in Delhi. So you're taken care of that. And here, you're also taken care of the aspirations of the Baniya community, which were thinking that we are a bit left behind. We don't have that much of representation in the Delhi. So you're taken care of the caste, you're taken care of the gender, and you're taken care of a Karyakarta who has been there from the days of Sangh and has risen within the ranks. The message is very clear. You don't have to be a very heavyweight. You don't have to be that big gun in BJP to become a chief minister. If you're a Karyakarta, you're hardworking, you're good, you're diligent, and you're honest. Even if you're a first-time MLA or a MLC, even you can be made the chief minister of a state. This is a very clear message, because what I've seen, the Karyakartas are all jumping with joy. If you talk of a Pravesh Verma ji or anybody else, they're all very heavyweights, bade neta hai. But for a Rekha Gupta ji to become is a very subtle message that Modi ji cares for the people at the grassroots level. That is how you keep the Karyakartas motivated. But if you look at an Aam Aadmi party, this is not possible. If you look at a Congress, this is impossible. That is where the difference in BJP is. If you look at Yadav ji in Madhya Pradesh, if you look at Sharma ji in Rajasthan, if you look at Saini Saab in Haryana, if you look at Mr. Patel in Gujarat, now you look at Rekha Gupta ji, all very identical pattern. They're very identical pattern, and this is the way to go. And Modi ji has again proved his mettle. If you are good, honest, you will be rewarded. You don't have to be a big heavyweight. You don't have to be covered by media. You don't have to be that with a heavy PR machinery and all you to make your impact felt. And my take is, Uday, I don't think there are going to be any deputy chief ministers, because Rekha Gupta ji has an uphill task. She has to work directly in coordination with PMO and deliver that development. I think now the people of Delhi will feel safe under a Mahila chief minister, under a BJP chief minister. They will feel more secure. Now, I think it's a good news, especially for the women of Delhi, who will be very, very overjoyed to see this.
She would like to thank the BJP top brass. She's expressing gratitude to the BJP High Command on this decision. Of course, she's also said she's going to work now with commitment. Vikas is going to be a priority. She's going to work with full honesty. The big first statements of Rekha Gupta after this official decision taken by her party to make her the new Chief Minister of Delhi. Let me also join Ashutosh Sharma, political analyst, onto this broadcast. Ashutosh Sharma, your first comment to this big decision, Delhi getting yet another woman Chief Minister in Rekha Gupta. What do you believe swayed the decision in her favour? What do you make of this choice by the Bharatiya Janata Party? Ashutosh Sharma, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Hello.
Now.
Hello.
Yes, now we can. Go ahead.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate Rekha ji for her selection as the Chief Minister of Delhi. Selecting her as the Chief Minister of Delhi, BJP party has shown that anyone who is dedicated to the Sangh Parivar and who is sincerely working from the grassroots, the efforts of Rekha ji has been recognized. She was a leader right from her education time. When she was studying at the university, she was part of the cadre, and she's been working
Okay, I think we've lost that connection, unfortunately, with Ashutosh Sharma. All right, let me quickly draw you in here, Sumit Peer. You know, the fact is, as you were saying, that an ordinary Karyakarta rewarded in this manner, a first-time legislator elevated to the Chief Minister's chair. You're saying this can only happen in the BJP. This is what makes the BJP unique. You know, interestingly, of course, Delhi has also had a history, though, with women Chief Ministers. You know, we had Sheila Dikshit for many, many years in Delhi. You know, who did do a lot of good work as well. Unfortunately, of course, she lost the elections because of corruption cases and anti-incumbency. We had seen Sushma Swaraj also as CM of Delhi long back when the BJP was in power. The Aam Aadmi Party tried it too with Atishi, but it didn't quite work because, you know, they lost the elections at the end of the day. Why do you believe Rekha Gupta is going to be a good decision for the long run for the BJP, Sumit Peer? Also, as far as now this choice is concerned, what do you believe swayed the decision in favour of her and away from the others? There were many others in contention. Stalwarts, Vijender Gupta, Satish Upadhyay, these have been multiple time legislators. Parvesh Verma, he's been an MP as well. But finally, Rekha Gupta was chosen.
I think, Uday, beautiful question. There are three answers to it. The first thing is that, you know, when you have a Karyakartas, you're a 18 crore, 12, 16 crore party, you have to keep Karyakartas motivated. Everybody cannot be Vijender Gupta ji, everybody cannot be Pravesh Verma ji to become a Chief Minister. You have to raise up. There's a lot of luck, there's a lot of family history, there's a lot of things which go in there. Look at Rekha Gupta ji, a Karyakarta, comes from Sangh, has been in politics, honest, diligent, first time MLA. And first time she is the Chief Minister, because you are showing that if you are capable, you don't have to be somebody's son. You don't have to be a very tall leader. If you are competent, the BJP will take care of you. You are a woman leader. You are very honest. That is point number two. A lot of women voted for BJP in Delhi and in Haryana and in Maharashtra because the woman vote coming in front for BJP has been a game changer. So the women have to be given the representation. Third thing is that when you have a Karyakarta becoming a Chief Minister, you don't have groups. You don't have affiliations. You don't have favors to trade off. So all the warring factions of the group, so-called, will kind of say, okay, fine. I mean, if you have from one group, you say, okay, Vijender Gupta ji is there, why not Pravesh Verma? You have Pravesh Verma, okay. Jats are given, why this caste is not given? There are these caste equations, there are these conflicting interests are there. But if you have, for example, look at Uttaranchal, when Damiji was made, all the heavyweights had failed in a way. Then you got Mr. Pushkar Singh Dhami, a very humble guy, but he has been one of the best chief ministers. Now, if you look at, for example, Madhya Pradesh, Dr. Yadav. If you look at Rajasthan, Sharma ji. If you look at Haryana, Saini Saab. So the question here is that how do you make the cadres motivated and how do you stop this infighting of the big weights or the heavy weights? Today, Rekha ji will say, look, dekho bhai, I will listen to everybody and I'll do whatever is right. So everybody knows the CM is accessible. Everybody knows CM is not inflated or affiliated to a group or a faction or a whatever you call a Gathbandhan within the party. So the idea is there's a CM who's honest, diligent, and the Prime Minister of India, that is Modi ji, believes in the capability of the lady, and the lady has proved her worth. So all the things settle by naturally. Today, the people who will be more overjoyed than Sachdeva ji or Pravesh bhai or Kapil Mishra bhai will be the Karyakartas of Delhi. Because after 27 years, one of them has become. Look, what would be the age of Rekha Gupta ji 27 years back? She would be going to school possibly. Now, who could have thought a girl going to school 27 years back will be the Chief Minister of Delhi? This is what is possible in BJP. In Congress, you have to be a tall neta. In AAP, you have to be Kejriwal.
Okay, let's leave it at that. We've run out of time on this particular broadcast, but that's the big news coming in from Delhi. Rekha Gupta is now the new Chief Minister of Delhi. She will be sworn in tomorrow in a grand ceremony at the Ramlila Maidan. BJP senior leadership is on their way to Delhi Lieutenant Governor's residence. They will, of course, be meeting the LG, formally staking claim to government, to form government in Delhi. And, of course, Rekha Gupta will be sworn in as the new Chief Minister of Delhi. A first-time legislator becomes the CM of the national capital. BJP ends its banvas in Delhi, decides to go for Rekha Gupta as their face in the national capital. Now the next big question, who will be the cabinet ministers? That's also something we'll continue to track. But for now, this is the big news coming out of the national capital. The BJP Legislative Party meeting has ended. Their Legislative Party head has been elected as Rekha Gupta. Rekha Gupta will be the new CM of Delhi. We'll track this and lots more after this break. Don't go anywhere.
बीमारी हुई तो पता लगा कि हॉस्पिटल का बिल ऑफिस के हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस से कई गुना ज्यादा है। काश मैंने हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस लिया होता।
पॉलिसी बाजार पर 1 करोड़ का हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सिर्फ 430 रुपए महीने से शुरू।
सस्ते वाले दाल मसाले स्वाद हुआ बेकार। MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल। ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े। क्या निराला MDH मसाला। MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
This budget has given us a very good allocation of 2,52,000 crore.
मिडिल क्लास को तो टैक्स मुक्ति कर दी।
Biggest relief as far as income tax.
सस्ते वाले दाल मसाले स्वाद हुआ बेकार। MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल। ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े। क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
अगर आप बनना चाहते हैं एंकर या फिर आप में है जुनून एक तेज तर्रार न्यूज रिपोर्टर बनने का, तो आप ज्वाइन करें ITV और इंडिया NewsX का मीडिया स्कूल। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का कोर्स आपको मौका देता है देश के दिग्गज एंकर्स के साथ काम करने का। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल में आप बेहद नजदीकी से देख पाएंगे किस तरह से ITV नेटवर्क के दिग्गज पत्रकारों की टीम दिन रात खबरों पर काम करती है। इस कोर्स के दौरान आप सीखेंगे एंकरिंग की एक एक बारीकी उन एंकर्स के साथ जो देश को रखते हैं हर खबर से बाखबर। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का ये कोर्स आपके एंकरिंग स्किल्स को करेगा इतना सशक्त मजबूत, जिससे आप बनेंगे पत्रकारिता की दुनिया का वो चमकता चेहरा जो दुनिया देखेगी और पसंद करेगी।
जीरा से प्यास बुझाए,
डाइजेशन के लिए मस्त, शरीर में नमक पानी का बैलेंस बनाए।
सिप सिप जीरा सिप, जीरा सिप, MDH का जल्दी और जीरा सिप, जीरा सिप, जीरा सिप।
राशि की स्कूल फीस, घर का किराया, कितनी जिम्मेदारियां हैं सर पे। तुम तो टर्म लाइफ इंश्योरेंस लिए बिना ही चले गए।
पॉलिसी बाजार पे 50 लाख का टर्म लाइफ इंश्योरेंस सिर्फ 270 रुपए महीने से शुरू।
MDH का किचन किंग किचन में हो तो हम सब कुछ बना सकते हैं। बैंगन का भरता, आलू गोभी, भिंडी मसाला और भी बहुत कुछ।
MDH।
अगर आप बनना चाहते हैं एंकर या फिर आप में है जुनून एक तेज तर्रार न्यूज रिपोर्टर बनने का, तो आप ज्वाइन करें ITV और इंडिया NewsX का मीडिया स्कूल। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का कोर्स आपको मौका देता है देश के दिग्गज एंकर्स के साथ काम करने का। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल में आप बेहद नजदीकी से देख पाएंगे किस तरह से ITV नेटवर्क के दिग्गज पत्रकारों की टीम दिन रात खबरों पर काम करती है। इस कोर्स के दौरान आप सीखेंगे एंकरिंग की एक एक बारीकी उन एंकर्स के साथ जो देश को रखते हैं हर खबर से बाखबर। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का ये कोर्स आपके एंकरिंग स्किल्स को करेगा इतना सशक्त, मजबूत, जिससे आप बनेंगे पत्रकारिता की दुनिया का वो चमकता चेहरा जो दुनिया देखेगी और पसंद करेगी।
From the banks of the holy Ganga, where millions gather in devotion, a spectacle of spirituality once every 12 years, we delve into the heart of the Mahakumbh Mela.
Hi, I am Arzu Seth reporting from Kumbh in Prayagraj, the world's largest public gathering and collective act of faith.
Watch the rituals, the celebrations, the profound devotion. Real-time updates.
This is the first time when the robotic fire tenders will be used.
In-depth reports.
Thousands of police personnel are also sitting here taking the instructions that what needs to be done.
An expert analysis.
We are in the war room where the preparations are being checked.
Only on NewsX.
US Department of Government Efficiency Chief Elon Musk has announced a freezing of $21 million in financial assistance to India. This money was used to increase voter turnout in elections. Thus, the move has raised eyebrows. It has ignited also a war of words between the BJP and the Congress. While leaders are sparring, none other than US President Donald Trump has also waded in. Trump has defended Musk's decision and asked why Washington should give aid to India, which has enough money as it is. Stating that he has a lot of respect for India and Prime Minister Modi, Trump questioned the grant.
Well, why are we giving $21 million to India? They got a lot of money. They're one of the highest taxing countries in the world in terms of us. We can hardly get in there because their tariffs are so high. I have a lot of respect for India. I have a lot of respect for the Prime Minister. He just left, as you know, 2 days ago. But we're giving $21 million for voter turnout. It's voter turnout in India. What about, like, voter turnout here? Oh, we've done that, I guess. We did 500 million, didn't we? It's called the lockboxes.
Trump's crackdown on US aid is garnering praise not just from within India but also from other world leaders. One such leader is the Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán. Orbán has alleged that NGO networks led by Hungarian-American billionaire George Soros are fleeing to Belgium following Trump's move. Meanwhile, back at home, the BJP and the Congress are fighting over election interference concerns. What's interesting is that the $21 million grant by USAID was linked to a coalition of NGOs, the CEPPS, which in turn is linked to the International Foundation for Electoral Systems. Joining us live, Adit Kothari, founding member, Indic Society. Professor Madhav Nalapat, editorial director of the Sunday Guardian, is joining us live. Gautam Mukherjee, senior journalist, is also with us on the broadcast. Adit Kothari, let me bring you in here. Well, how do you react to the politics that has erupted back home after this decision was taken to scrap this money by the United States of America, money which was reportedly meant for increasing voter turnout in India?
Absolutely. I mean, you think about it in retrospect, if India was to spend 21 million to encourage voters to come out and vote in US elections, what would the reaction in the United States be? It would be of foreign interference. It would be, damnable to the extent. Similarly, if 21 million is being spent in the gimmick or the garb of political astuteness or political engagement, it is ultimately foreign interference, and it needs to be investigated thoroughly. Obviously, Veena Reddy, who was the then chair of USAID India between 2021 and 2024, has now gone back. So there is no questioning her or her boss Eric Garcetti of the time, they will obviously not give us the right answers that we seek. So deeper investigations need to be conducted by Indian investigative agencies, and we need to get down to the absolute bottom of it as to where those funds, were dispersed to, who are the beneficiaries, and how did the beneficiaries essentially use those funds in the broad landscape of Indian politics. Did they actually engineer, truly voter turnout? Do they encourage the voters to come out and to vote in the Indian elections, or was it used in some sort of other vicious narrative building exercise? So I think those are some of the pertinent questions that are there in everybody's mind now, whether you are from the BJP camp of side or the Congress side of the camp. Those questions need to be investigated, and answers need to be sort of given to the various stakeholders of the Indian electorate there.
A political war of words is erupted here over who this money was helping, over which party was gaining, over which entities were gaining, over which were the voters actually being encouraged by this money. What was happening is now the big question after this expose has happened and this scrapping of aid has happened by the US government. How do you react to the politics of it all that is broken out in India and of course also in the West?
Uday, that question is for me, I presume.
Yes. Yes, Professor Nalapat.
I simply want to say that if those who were the beneficiaries of such aid would obviously not like the fact that aid has been cut. Now, frankly, as Adit correctly said, it's gross and blatant election interference. It's a very innocent sounding name. Increasing voter turnout. Now, what does that mean? I mean, it is clearly interfering in the elections. Clearly, certain types of voters or certain clusters of voters are being incentivized, and the word incentivized I use in a very euphemistic sense. I don't want to use a stronger word. Are being incentivized to come out and vote for what USAID people know will be the party they favor. Don't forget, USAID, it was run for quite some time by Samantha Power. Samantha Power is well known as a regime change specialist in the US. She's very much a regime change specialist, especially France. She's known for a visceral dislike of Russia and a visceral dislike of any leader who, in her view, has a different view on Russia. Any world leader. Viktor Orban of Hungary, quite frankly, came in her sights for the simple reason that Viktor Orban refused to get involved in this senseless war that is being conducted against Russia, and which has only cost Ukraine a huge amount of land, treasure, and very precious human lives. So there is no question that it will be very, very interesting to note who the beneficiaries of this funding were. But personally, in my view, this is an issue on which common sense says all political parties need to come together and not bicker, and to ensure that whoever gets that kind of aid is frankly, they're identified, because it is gross election interference. The reality is Donald Trump has done India a big favor by cutting that aid, because it has enabled the electorate to cast its vote the way it wants to cast its vote. If some elements of the electorate do not want to cast their vote in the absence of an incentive, well, that's their choice. Why should any foreign agency fund individuals who will then fund them and encourage them? And some of these agencies, from what I understand, are agencies that are completely committed to regime change in India. I'm using the word some, again, in a very euphemistic sense, and they have been quite vocal. I mean, when they feel it's better not to be so vocal in India because Prime Minister Modi is so popular, outside when they go, they've been very vocal in carrying a completely distorted picture of India as less than a democracy. The 2024 elections, if proved the obvious, that India was a democracy. And the target of 220 that had been set for the BJP by the anti-Modi forces, well, the BJP crossed that limit, fortunately for the country, by 20 seats. And Prime Minister Modi has been enabled to come in for a third term. So the reality is, Uday, this is a big favor done to us. And there's no reason why any Indian citizen should get upset at the cutting of that funding. In my personal view, I think USAID, whatever funding it has done, I think India can walk taller if it says, no, we don't want any such funding. We can rely on our own. In that sense, Prime Minister Modi, frankly, I mean, he has been the target of that money. And he has been the target because he has upheld Indian interests. Where it comes to commodities, he has bought commodities where they are cheaper. If it is Russia, so be it. He has taken a very firm stand on the security of the Indo-Pacific. He wants a free, open and inclusive Indo-Pacific. Open and inclusive. He doesn't want it to be the private lake of any particular country. So in all that, he's perfectly on the same page as the Trump administration, and I'm sure that very seasoned interlocutors such as the National Security Advisor and the External Affairs Minister would be conveying this to the American side so that any misconceptions about India are removed and President Trump understands in the new Cold War that's there, India is firmly on the side of the democracies. And yes, Prime Minister Modi wants peace. How do you get peace? You get peace through deterrence, and you get deterrence through strength, and you build up strength through alliances. India is an indispensable ally for the US, and the US is for India. I think this is going to be conveyed quite clearly to everybody in the Trump administration, and I think that's really going to, make people understand why there was so much opposition from certain sections of the international community to Prime Minister Modi. The same people who were against, let's say, Orban, and the same people who are against people who stood up for their country's interests, as Donald Trump is doing, and as Prime Minister Modi has done since 2014, Uday.
Okay, let me in fact quickly take that to Gautam Mukherjee as well. Gautam Mukherjee, interestingly, of course, apart from the politics, in India, we are seeing the US President also now reacting to this development, welcoming this decision taken by the DOJ headed by Elon Musk, and also questioning what this money was meant for, which was going for voter turnout.
Well, what's interesting is that money such as this has been flowing into India and has made an impact on particularly the last general elections. If you notice, the India Alliance has gained more seats, and there has been a lot of unrest on the streets of India, which continued right the way through. Disruption of parliament, demonstrations, riots. As Professor Nalapat pointed out, a lot of misinformation spread both in India and abroad, siding with countries such as China and Pakistan, questioning our institutions and their uprightness. Talking of a threat to the Constitution, and so on. Now, what is most welcome now is that this $21 million is for the future or for the current situation. So that's $21 less of this mischief being played on India. It is also being played all over. A lot of this in the past, now that the government has started an investigation on who's been receiving the US aid, will out a lot of NGOs who are not doing what they're meant to be doing and are really conduits for other activities. So in a sense, this puts some power to our elbow as well. And as a trend, it is making it very clear that America is not, under Trump, interested in interfering, at least in India. I do not know if this is across the board, because after all, they are the world's largest power, and there are certain places where their self-interest may require them to continue influencing local politics. But in India, I think they want to go with the government and with the alliance, which has been interfered with under the last administration, and which created a lot of doubt in Indian minds as to the real intentions of the United States, because they seem to have spoken out of both sides of their mouth. Now, that is dissipating very, very quickly. The other thing about Trump is that he wants to make sure that most of his agenda is carried out in the first 2 years of his term, because after that, sometimes presidents are regarded as lame ducks as they go into the final 2 years, and he is not right now constitutionally allowed to seek a third term. So, this is it. What he does now is what he leaves behind and what becomes his legacy and what becomes the change. So he's hit the ground running in a lot of ways. He's told NATO to fund its own war in Ukraine if it so chooses. It's told Ukraine that, look here, you can't fire off my shoulder, that is the US shoulder. He's had a conference already in Saudi Arabia between Russia and America to settle matters without including Europe or Ukraine. These are revolutionary methods that haven't been used in a very, very long time in international diplomacy. But Trump is not afraid to do so. It is interesting times, and I think overall very favorable times. One more knock-on, quite apart from US aid and its depredations, is the effect that Trump's reciprocal tariffs attitude is likely to have on Indian tariffs. Indian tariffs are, I agree with Trump, exorbitantly high on a lot of things in order to protect Indian industry to a dazzling degree. Trump is talking of putting 25% on imported cars. We have 100%, 150% on imported cars. What kind of protection is this? I can understand that you have a little bit more for, completely built units coming in rather than CKD units, knockdown units which are assembled here, or those who are manufacturing here, because none of them are really manufacturing right from the smallest to the largest component. But to have 100%, 150% is absurd. And are they realizing more revenue? Is India realizing more revenue? No. There are a handful of people who ignored these massive tariffs and still import cars. But if these were indeed 25%, like America, then not only would Indian automotive industry perform much better under the competition, it stuck to Fiat and Ambassador. All the years there was no competition without any improvement. Then came Maruti and the winds of change began to appear. Now you have 50 car companies and there is a good deal of Indian competition. You need to bring down tariffs. I hope Trump helps the Modi administration to kick down these tariffs because they're quite absurd and left over from the socialist regimes. And, our bureaucracy does not respond fast enough to changing times.
Okay, let me in fact take that back to Professor Nalapat. Professor Nalapat, what's also interesting now is the reaction that has come in from the Hungarian Prime Minister. Now, Soros is of Hungarian origin as well, so this reaction is interesting. He is saying that his aides are now fleeing to Belgium to continue their operations. What do you make of this sensational claim?
Well, I'd like to say that in my view, any agency that works actively to sabotage an elected government, and frankly, if it's through elections, is one thing, but if it's through sponsored protests, I mean, we have seen enough of that, Uday. We have seen sponsored protests that have lasted through the election cycle, beyond it, and frankly, who were the interested parties? A mere handful compared to the total population of India. And this mere handful has been commanding tens and tens of billions of dollars, or billions of dollars worth of Indian rupees in taxpayer rupees for their personal benefit. And this is absurd. The whole country is paying taxes for the sake of these few people. So I think it's very, very appropriate if the government, for example, puts the farm laws once again to the state governments. Let the state governments implement them. And if they do, and they find that the situation is much better for their states, other governments will follow. So whether it's in agriculture, whether it's in industry, as Gautam correctly said, too many large industrialists, they help MSMEs and medium and small industry in other countries. MSMEs become champions in those countries, and MSMEs in India suffer as a consequence. There has to be a focus on Indian MSMEs, one way
Absolutely.
or the other. And I think our industrialists need to learn that and basically
Adit Kothari, last word to you. I've run out of time almost. Adit Kothari, last 30 seconds to you.
So I think, Professor Nalapat spoke about a very interesting character, Samantha Power. I mean, you look at her conduct and her associations with people like, say, Sunita Vishwanath. She was apparently the champions of change in the Obama administration. And you look at the kind of articles she has written about India being on the brink of destruction. So, it goes to demonstrate that, they have a sinister plot, and they have been working to engineer a certain narrative against India, which they want to use in their game of carrot and stick, and that has finally been dismantled. So hopefully, we will end the cycle to that carrot and stick game. Uday.
All right. My thanks to all of our guests for joining us on this discussion.
कभी सोचा नहीं था कि मुझे भी ऐसी बीमारी हो सकती है। लाखों के हॉस्पिटल बिल्स में पहले सारी सेविंग्स गई, अब ये घर भी।
पॉलिसी बाजार पर 1 करोड़ का हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सिर्फ 430 रुपए महीने से शुरू।
सस्ते वाले दाल मसाले स्वाद हुआ बेकार, NDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे ये खुशबू दे ये तीखा ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला NDH मसाला।
विश्व के सबसे बड़े सांस्कृतिक समागम महाकुंभ प्रयागराज में अग्नि सुरक्षा के लिए 24 घंटे सतर्क और तत्पर है उत्तर प्रदेश अग्निशमन तथा आपात सेवा बल। आप भी रहें जागरूक। कुकिंग गैस में अच्छी गुणवत्ता वाले LPG पाइप और रेगुलेटर का प्रयोग करें। रसोई घर का निर्माण टीन शेड में करें। उपयोग के बाद रेगुलेटर नॉब से गैस सप्लाई बंद करें। LPG गैस की गंध आने पर तुरंत रेगुलेटर व गैस स्टोव बंद करें। टेंट में LPG गैस और ज्वलनशील पदार्थ का उपयोग न करें। शिविरों में मानक के अनुरूप बिजली के कार्य कराएं। उच्च रेटिंग वाले MCB ESCB का प्रयोग करें। सर्किट, बल्ब, ट्यूबलाइट के मध्य कम से कम 15 सेंटीमीटर की दूरी सुनिश्चित करें। अपना कर यह आसान उपाय महाकुंभ को बनाए सुरक्षा का पर्याय। स्वच्छ, सुरक्षित एवं सुव्यवस्थित महाकुंभ 2025 प्रयागराज।
जीरा से प्यास बुझाए,
डाइजेशन के लिए मस्त, शरीर में नमक पानी का बैलेंस बनाए।
सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जर्नी और जीरा सिप
This budget has given us a very good allocation of 2,52,000 crore.
मिडिल क्लास को तो टैक्स मुक्ति कर दिया।
Biggest relief as far as income tax concession is concerned.
A very major bonanza for the middle class.
State governments are now being offered 1.5 lakh crore of interest-free loans.
You're bringing in a new income tax bill, which is wonderful, and we're looking forward to that.
The biggest boost this budget has given is perhaps to the middle class.
More important is the implementation, the serious implementation on ground now.
It's a well-rounded budget, while the social sector and growth being the major focus.
MDH की देगी मीरज,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मीरज।
अगर आप बनना चाहते हैं एंकर या फिर आप में है जुनून एक तेज तर्रार न्यूज रिपोर्टर बनने का, तो आप ज्वाइन करें ITV और इंडिया NewsX का मीडिया स्कूल। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का कोर्स आपको मौका देता है देश के दिग्गज एंकर्स के साथ काम करने का। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल में आप बेहद नजदीकी से देख पाएंगे किस तरह से ITV नेटवर्क के दिग्गज पत्रकारों की टीम दिन रात खबरों पर काम करती है। इस कोर्स के दौरान आप सीखेंगे एंकरिंग की एक एक बारीकी उन एंकर्स के साथ जो देश को रखते हैं हर खबर से बाखबर। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का ये कोर्स आपके एंकरिंग स्किल्स को करेगा इतना सशक्त मजबूत, जिससे आप बनेंगे पत्रकारिता की दुनिया का वो चमकता चेहरा जो दुनिया देखेगी और पसंद करेगी।
MDH का किचन किंग किचन में हो तो हम सब कुछ बना सकते हैं। बैंगन का भरता, आलू गोभी, भिंडी मसाला और भी बहुत कुछ।
MDH। राशि की स्कूल फीस, घर का किराया, कितनी जिम्मेदारियां हैं सर पे। तुम तो टर्म लाइफ इंश्योरेंस लिए बिना ही चले गए।
पॉलिसी बाजार पे 50 लाख का टर्म लाइफ इंश्योरेंस सिर्फ 270 रुपए महीने से शुरू।
सस्ते वाले दाल मसाले स्वाद हुआ बेकार। MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल। ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े। क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
अगर आप बनना चाहते हैं एंकर या फिर आप में है जुनून एक तेज तर्रार न्यूज रिपोर्टर बनने का, तो आप ज्वाइन करें ITV और इंडिया NewsX का मीडिया स्कूल। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का कोर्स आपको मौका देता है देश के दिग्गज एंकर्स के साथ काम करने का। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल में आप बेहद नजदीकी से देख पाएंगे किस तरह से ITV नेटवर्क के दिग्गज पत्रकारों की टीम दिन रात खबरों पर काम करती है। इस कोर्स के दौरान आप सीखेंगे एंकरिंग की एक एक बारीकी उन एंकर्स के साथ जो देश को रखते हैं हर खबर से बाखबर। ITV नेक्स्ट मीडिया इंटरनेशनल स्कूल का ये कोर्स आपके एंकरिंग स्किल्स को करेगा इतना सशक्त मजबूत, जिससे आप बनेंगे पत्रकारिता की दुनिया का वो चमकता चेहरा जो दुनिया देखेगी और पसंद करेगी।
This budget has given us a very good allocation of 2,52,000 crore.
मिडिल क्लास को तो टैक्स मुक्ति कर दिया।
Biggest relief as far as income tax concession is concerned.
A very major bonanza for the middle class.
State governments are now being offered 1.5 lakh crore of interest-free loans.
You're bringing in a new income tax bill, which is wonderful, and we're looking forward to that.
The biggest boost this budget has given is perhaps to the middle class.
More important is the implementation, the serious implementation on ground now.
It's a well-rounded budget, while the social sector and growth being the major focus.
From the banks of the holy Ganga, where millions gather in devotion, a spectacle of spirituality once every 12 years. We delve into the heart of the Mahakumbh Mela.
Hi, I am Arzu Seth reporting from Kumbh in Prayagraj, the world's largest public gathering and collective act of faith.
Watch the rituals, the celebrations, the profound devotion. Real-time updates.
This is the first time when the robotic fire tenders will be used.
In-depth reports.
Thousands of police personnel are also sitting here taking the instructions that what needs to be done.
An expert analysis.
We are in the war room where the preparations are being checked.
Only on NewsX.
This budget has given us a very good allocation of 2,52,000 crore.
मिडिल क्लास को तो टैक्स मुक्ति कर दी.
Biggest relief as far as income tax concession is concerned.
A very major bonanza for the middle class.
State governments are now being offered 1.5 lakh crore of interest-free loans.
You're bringing in a new income tax bill, which is wonderful, and we're looking forward to that.
The biggest boost this budget has given is perhaps to the middle class.
More important is the implementation, the serious implementation on ground now.
It's a well-rounded budget, while the social sector and growth being the major focus.
From the banks of the holy Ganga, where millions gather in devotion. The spectacle of spirituality once every 12 years. We delve into the heart of the Mahakumbh Mela.
Hi, I am Arzu Seth reporting from Kumbh in Prayagraj, the world's largest public gathering and collective act of faith.
Watch the rituals, the celebrations, the profound devotion. Real-time updates.
This is the first time when the robotic fire tenders will be used.
In-depth reports.
Thousands of police personnel are also sitting here taking the instructions that what needs to be done.
An expert analysis.
We are in the war room where the preparations are being checked.
Only on NewsX.
Welcome back. A POCSO court has sentenced in Kolkata a 34-year-old man to death for raping a 7-month-old infant on the 30th of November last year, leaving her fighting for life. The court has termed this case the rarest of rare. The court has also awarded compensation of 10 lakh rupees to the survivor. Now, the sentencing comes a day after Rajiv Ghosh was found guilty of the crime. The sentencing also comes within 80 days of the crime. The death sentence was given for being convicted under Section 6 of the POCSO Act, which deals with aggravated penetrative sexual assault. An amendment to the section in 2019 had added the death penalty. The incident came to light on the 30th of November when the residents heard the sound of a baby crying on the footpath in the Bartola area of North Kolkata and alerted authorities. My colleague Rekha Gupta has exclusively spoken with the victim's family. Let's listen in.
30 नवंबर 2024 7 महीने के बच्चे के साथ कोलकाता में क्या हुआ था कोलकाता का फुटपाथ में, वही जानेंगे। विक्टिम का परिवार हम लोगों के साथ है। जिस बच्ची के साथ ये घिनौना हरकत हुआ था, उस बच्ची का घर वाले के साथ बात करेंगे। 30 नवंबर को रात में क्या हुआ था?
30 नवंबर बाद में हुआ था। वहाँ पर मेरा बच्चा सोया था उसका माँ का पास। वहाँ पर सोते बच्चा उठा के आदमी 2-3 बार पाग मारा है। उसका माँ बाबा सब सोया था। वहाँ से बच्चों को उठा के वो गली में ले जाके बच्चा को वहाँ पर हाथ ढुका के उसको बच्चों को गलती काम किया करके बच्चों को जब आदमी लोग चिल्ला चिल्ली किया है, बच्चों को वहाँ पर फेंक के वो भाग गया। जब भाग गया हम लोग उसको खोज रहे, बच्चा लोग कहाँ गया। बच्चा माँ आके हमको बोला भौजी मेरे बच्चों को नहीं मिला, मेरा बच्चा कौन उठा के ले चला गया। तब हम क्या किया, उसको जिया जाके खोज रहा था। पुलिस को मेरा जमाई था, पुलिस को फ़ोन किया। पुलिस बोल रहा है वहाँ पर एक बच्चा गली में पड़ा है, तुम जाके थोड़ा देखो तुम लोग का बच्चा है क्या। हम लोग जाके वहाँ पर बच्चा देख रहा है, सब पुलिस उलिस भी था वहाँ। बोला हम लोग बोला ये बच्चा मेरा है, बच्चों को यहाँ से कौन लेके आया है, यहाँ पर कौन रखा है। तो बोला हम लोग नहीं जानता है, बच्चा यहाँ पर रो रहा था। हम लोग सब मिलके बच्चों को गोद में लेके यहाँ पर सुला दिया।